That's it. Have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. Bye.
What?
Bye.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Sleepy.
Yeah, a little bit. I couldn't sleep last night.
Really?
I was up watching Seinfeld all night.
Oh.
You know what I did not realize? That Bubble Boy's father was Brian Doyle Murray.
Yeah.
I never put two and two together until last night.
It's funny going back and watching that now. You see a lot of people. I mean, you kind of knew then, whatever.
Yeah, but they're more famous now. So you recognize them.
But like you have the housekeeper and therapist, whatever, from Frasier.
Yeah.
Was on there. He dated her. Deborah Messing was on there from. I
mean, that really. Jerry Seinfeld was such a predator. I mean, it's all that show is about is him getting hot girls, and
but
him
also
being too good for them.
But also, why is he a predator? He's a guy in New York that's single and trying to
because in real life, that's what he did. Was like he just stacked his board with hot chicks. Yeah, he's not. I mean, well, he's a predator because he dated that 16-year-old.
But that was in real life. That wasn't on the show,
right? But I mean, like I feel like that's what he really wanted to do. And
by the way, how great would that be an episode? Jerry, she's 16.
Well,
she's really mature.
Wasn't like Denise Richards on there, like playing like a 15-year-old?
Oh
or something?
Yeah. But
so,
the whole part was that she was like a hot daughter,
right?
So she was supposed to play.
Away.
Yeah. It was borderline, Carmen. It was. You couldn't do it now. I can tell you that. You'd be called out for it.
Right.
Not like The Office. With The Office, you can't do that humor anymore because it was so on the line. Yeah. But that right there, people would start to go, wait a second. Like, we didn't know what grooming was a couple of years ago. Now we're all like, oh, he's getting groomed. They're grooming. I took my daughter and my son-in-law out last night. That's right. That kid's my son-in-law.
You're getting too attached.
Don't jinx it, Michael.
Well, I like the kid. And we went to Galvin, your favorite place in the whole world.
Olive Garden.
The OG.
That's right.
Olive Garden. I don't understand my family, especially my kids. I offer them Espositos. They choose Olive Garden.
Yeah. Listen. Espositos,
you know why.
I'm
Listen,
sure
Mr. Bougie, not everyone needs like...
Listen. Carmen, if it's one thing that's great about Espositos, it's not bougie.
I'm sorry, Carmen was in the middle of something. You talked over. Not everybody needs what, Carmen? Oh, okay. Not everybody needs the spaceship from the Jetsons.
Yeah. Well, you also can't see me. My hands are out, wrists are flicked.
Oh, you can't do that anymore, Carmen.
I can.
I like the quality of food. The restaurant is not bougie whatsoever. I mean, I'd wear long pants there, if that makes sense. I'd wear jeans.
But I mean, sometimes you like a nice meal at a sit-down place and that. Sometimes you like just casual and you can wear a baseball hat backwards. And the food's fantastic.
I'm not arguing. I went old soup and salad run, and it was exactly what I expected. I was happy with it. You
get the same thing every time.
The same thing because well, I'm trying to eat healthy too, and I really didn't have a lot of choices there.
Right.
Their salmon is disgusting.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's why Donald Trump eats McDonald's. Why can I not say that? Eats McDonald's.
There you go.
Right.
Because he likes the consistency. He knows what he's gonna get every time he goes there.
Yeah.
There's some people that are just like that,
But let's be honest. The reason that my daughter likes Olive Garden is because of the breadsticks.
Yeah.
And I tried to convince her that Esposito's gives you giant same rolls in a different shape. It's round instead of long tubular, which now just makes me nervous that I'm saying it out loud. And she prefers those. So we had to go and begrudgingly go to Olive Garden yesterday, which was a fine outing. There was nothing wrong with it. Not dogging Olive Garden.
So a little bit.
Sounds like it.
No. It just wasn't my number one choice, but it was fine. It was fine.
But it's just like how kids would prefer chicken tenders over a chicken cutlet. You know what I mean? Like same idea. Fried
Excellent
chicken.
analogy, Carmen. Excellent analogy.
Yeah, when you go anywhere, any restaurant, whatever, they're like, do they have chicken nuggets? And you're like, you're at a steak place, or it's known for this, it's known for that, whatever. Yeah, that's also another thing. Whenever you go to a restaurant that's known for something, or it's, like a seafood place, whatever, and somebody gets a hamburger, and you're like, what are you doing?
We're in Billy's Crab Shack.
Yeah.
We're getting hamburgers over here.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. My dad loves to tell this story. He used to let us pick out where we wanted to go for our birthday dinner, and I said Olive Garden, and then I ordered spaghetti at like 5 years old, and he said, "You are never picking out the restaurant again because we could have got spaghetti anywhere, and you cost me $200 for the family."
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's all we're really getting from the kids is spaghetti with red sauce, no matter where we go.
Right.
I got to tell you, my big thing, and I don't know, you're Italian, Joe, you're Italian. Mm-hmm. You guys know, like, real Italian. Your grandmother used to make fantastic food.
Yeah.
Carrots in the marinara sauce.
So, no, we did not do that. But I will tell you that as a personal choice, I don't mind it. I'll tell you why, because for some reason, I don't like spaghetti. And I do like a little crunch, so I don't mind. It's not something that I would cook or my grandmother ever did, but I'm not mad at it.
I don't like it. I don't like carrots to begin with, but I also don't like carrots. I despise carrots.
Really?
It's so funny because I love tomatoes, love onions, love celery. I love all kind of vegetables and stuff. I don't like carrots at all. I don't like carrots. They're terrible to me. But yeah, whenever they put kids on the cruise, I got the spaghetti one night, whatever, and the bolognese, and it had had carrots in it. And I was like, Even whenever I love chicken and broccoli, those carrots, right in the bag. Right in the bag.
What?
Guys, boycott the carrots.
I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Gio, good morning. What are you up to?
All kinds of stuff.
What's wrong? Why are you stressing out today?
No. Just, my mom's been in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
Not stressing out, but your mom's in the hospital. That is a good reason to stress.
I've just been going from 4 a.m. to about 10 p.m.
I will tell you.
For about a week and a half now.
You have a schedule that I don't even understand how you do what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not napping every day, I don't understand how anybody else can function.
The word nap is so foreign to me that I can't even comprehend what that must be like.
Let me tell you about my nap yesterday. Okay, my master bathroom is being redone. So everything. They took the cabinets out, they stripped the walls down, the whole deal. I share a wall in my bedroom with that bathroom. So I went into my bedroom yesterday, went in the bed, laid down, and all of a sudden heard drilling into the wall, putting the cabinets on. And you know what I did? I went, turned over and went right back to sleep. So I got up and I went in there afterwards and I saw Dino and the other guys were like, "Hey, sorry about all the noise." I go, "Oh, no problem." Slept right through it and it didn't affect me whatsoever.
Sorry about my noise.
Yeah, exactly.
I have my AirPods are noise canceling, and you can put those in sometimes, and it just goes complete silence.
I like that.
It's very nice.
I like that. I have my my Meters headphones, which go over my ear. And that makes me sound like I'm in a tunnel. Like that's it's quiet. I mean, I can hear a fan and everything. I put them on, everything just goes silent.
I don't know why I can't pull the trigger on it. Those like shocks, those bone conductor headphones, where they don't go in your ear, they go on like your ear part, whatever, where the jaw is, and so you can hear noise around you, whatever. But then you hear the music, and everybody that I talk to says they're great, and it's super clear, and it's got bass and everything, whatever. For some reason, I feel like that's making you have jaw cancer. You know what I mean? Like I know that I have Bluetooth earbuds, the AirPods in my ears, and those are probably terrible. But for some reason, I think those are worse. I don't know why.
The fact that it's using part of your body to transmit something.
Exactly. Like you're just, I'm going to be out on the trail just jogging along, and my jaw's just going to fall off, and I'm going to go, "Oh no!" I'll go, "Oh!"
And when you get to the hospital, the first thing they say, "Do you have the bone?"
earphones?
So I slept right through the whole drill thing. It didn't bother me.
Maybe that's why you couldn't get to sleep last night. You slept too much.
No, I only slept for about a half hour, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour at max. I don't know, but it wasn't very long. I like to just go in there and wind down after the show for a little while.
If I do the rare occurrence that I have a nap, it then messes me up at night. I'm wide awake at like midnight.
That's how I was last night.
But that's why you got to set a timer.
Right, I've got mine dialed in. I'm, because I just do it every day, whatever. Even my dogs know. I go, "All right, let's go. Who's going to bed?" And they get all excited and they run and get in the bed.
Amanda and I were so tired last night that we both slumped to the bedroom. We were both like, "Come on, let's go to bed." And then we went to bed and we laid down. We started watching Beef. Have you watched that?
No, the
Very
new
good.
episode or the new
series.
It's on
Okay.
Netflix.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
watching it, Carmen?
No, but it keeps coming up. It keeps telling me to watch it.
Who's in the new?
The guy from Star Wars, Oscar Isaac.
Oh yeah.
It's-
Okay.
So far, it's pretty good.
Oh, I find him to be annoying for some reason.
He's good in this.
Is he? Okay,
yeah.
good.
And because he plays like a serious guy as opposed to a guy that's like a hey,
yeah, in
everybody's
Star
friend.
Wars, he sucks.
Yeah. So anyway, we started watching that last night, and then we both fell asleep, and then I had to pee, so I kind of have to pee about 2 hours later, and I walk outside the room, and the dogs are laying there. When we put our dogs in the cage, we were both so tired we forgot to put the dogs away.
Oh
And
yeah.
the dogs and one dog went in the cage by itself and slept there, and the other one slept outside my room on the floor.
You make your dog sleep in their cage?
We don't make them. We put them in there.
They're crate
Yeah, so
trained.
you
we don't
make
make them.
them.
We just
Yeah.
put them in there and lock the door.
Yeah, that's making them.
Because Carmen, Mabel is just she'll every noise and every door and everything, she goes crazy barking all night unless she's in the cage. And Joey comes home at 11:30 from work, and Juliana's doing homework or whatever. Like the dog would be going nuts all night long. So, why you think that's bad?
I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
you crate train them when they're puppies.
Right.
You don't make them sleep in a cage their whole life.
Well, they're
At some point, you let them.
Here's the other problem is that during the day, my wife is usually here by herself, and she's got patients, and she can't. The dogs, like if FedEx or Amazon come, the dogs go crazy, and she can't have that happening while she's
So
on
you
call.
make your dog stay in the cage all day, and then also make him sleep in the cage.
No, not usually. Like when I get up. I mean, when I get off the air and I go inside, they're usually out already. Like Joe will walk them in the morning, and then Amanda will let them free when she wakes up. And then, the only time they go back in the cage is if they're home alone with Amanda. You guys are making this
Yeah.
terrible.
I don't know. My
Or
dogs.
just-
Yeah, my dogs are out.
Yeah.
I did crate train, but
When
now they're just out.
When my
Our-
dog was little, he would do the crate train thing, but
Right.
then eventually he just,
Our dogs only go in the cage is if they're fighting or they did something bad. Like
Yeah.
that's a little like wind down, like go there. But yeah, no.
No, if I shut the lights at night in the living room, they usually just go in there by themselves.
Yeah, because you make them.
No, like during the day,
They're
a lot of
trained
times.
to go
A lot of times during the day, I'll walk around and go, "Where are the dogs?" And I'll walk by and they'll be sleeping in their cage with the doors open.
Yeah, I mean, dogs do they like to have the three. They like to have the den and
And
stuff.
I have a
whatever, but-
blanket over the top, so it's like
Yeah, I feel like
cave.
if you left the crates there and left the door open, you just bungee the door open so they can go in there if they want to. But I'm with Carmen, like putting them in there and shutting the door and having them in there. It's like, all right,
If it was up to me, I would put them in my bed.
yeah,
And I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. But my wife doesn't like that.
So I will say we used to sleep with our dogs. Carlos would sleep under the bed.
I still love that the dog's name is Carlos.
Yeah. Carlos would sleep under the bed. Cowboy would sleep on the bed. But Cowboy's been kind of acting up lately. So we got them their own dog beds. We put them near the bed, and we're not letting them in the bed right now. Just because Cowboy has been trying to establish way too much dominance.
New house, new rules.
Yeah, so we're trying, and he does not like it. Every time I get up to go pee, he's on the bed, and he has learned and he knows Chad is a much harder sleeper than me, so he always gets up on Chad's side, and he's always in that little corner. But yeah, that's like other than that, like
You guys
again,
have me second guessing my dog crates now.
yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Calvin said, "Huh."
yeah.
I mean,
I
we've
think you
been
should
saying this for
you
months.
You should second guess dog ownership.
No,
Right.
no. Yesterday, I sat in the chair watching TV. The dog stood next to me and stared at me, and I went, "Okay, I understand." And I just pet her the whole time. I was like, "There we go. We'll be friends."
All right.
Yeah, a
And then
start.
I pet her for a solid 5 minutes, like of just petting. And then the minute I stopped, she picked her paw up and put it on top of me. I go,
Yeah.
it's never enough. It's never
Dogs are
enough,
very
dude.
needy.
Yeah, I know that.
That's-
not Hazel. Hazel just goes sits on the couch, and I go, "Hazel, come here," and she goes, "What? I'm on the couch."
Yeah.
now."
But it's funny because a trainer will tell you whenever you're not paying attention to it, that's what you're really supposed to do because otherwise it just does that all the time.
Yeah,
Where it
which
puts
isn't
on stuff
bad.
with it. So my trainer, a big thing was what was the phrase that she used? It was near but not. So you would take the dog and put it on the leash and put the leash to a door handle, whatever. So the dog is in the room with you, but it's not right on you and stuff. And it has to learn that it can be near you, but
Right.
doesn't have to be on you, and the stuff can go around and things can happen. You can be doing dishes and they don't have to be right there next to you and
Right.
stuff. But, I love my dog, so I want him next to me all the time.
I need to learn that because Cowboy, he's like under my feet at all time. Especially now that we're not letting him sleep in the bed.
Yeah.
He's even more of a Velcro dog.
Yeah, but also, there's a fine line between that because Gypsy will definitely be right on me, whatever. But sometimes I go, all right, Gypsy down, and then she just goes and lays next to me, but not on me, and doesn't do that type of stuff.
We almost got a new dog this weekend.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm all for you getting a senior dog, by the way.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we were at the Mike Allstott Family Foundation charity, and they had a little Labrador puppy that they were auctioning off.
Auctioning off?
Yeah, for charity. Like it was probably like a, like they did, I don't know, whatever they got it, but they were auctioning off for a charity.
Yeah.
Right? So I said to Joey, we will buy that dog. And he said, really? I said, if that dog is $1,000 or less, we will buy that dog. And he goes, really? I go, yeah, because I can get a divorce and a dog in the same day. And he said, Mom will go crazy. I go, if we come home with that dog, Mom will go crazy, and then 5 minutes later she'll be snuggling that puppy. Yeah. There'll be no. He was like, all right. And then Fran Hosh bought it. I guess she buys it every year and then gives it away.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody had it, but we got to play with it at least.
Yeah.
Hang out with it for a little while. Galvin, I have a question for you and you only.
Okay.
Who is Amy Lou Wood?
Amy Lou Wood. Who am I thinking of? The old country lady with the gray hair.
Amy Lou Harris.
Yeah, that's
Amy
what
Lou Harris.
Yeah, Emmy. No. Amy
Lou
Wood. Don't know. Any relation to Mrs. Wood over here?
No.
That's what I was thinking.
Galvin, I have a question for you only. Who is Nicola Coughlan?
I'm putting this together now.
You are?
I think, maybe. Are these the final people on American Idol?
No. The very good guess, but no.
The voice, whatever. What was the second name?
Nicola Coughlan.
Nicola Coughlan. Nope.
Nicolo?
No.
Nicola. It looks like Nicola. I can't see it without my glasses on. Nicola Coughlan.
I don't know that one either.
And then the guy that had the hat trick against the Lightning the other night?
No. All right, so I open the question up to everybody now. Who is, and don't look it up, Carmen. If you looked it up, don't say anything. Who is Amy Lou Wood and Nicola Coughlan?
Amy Lou Wood. The Nicola Coughlan. Coughlan. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I would immediately go like influencer or something since I don't know who.
So nobody knows who it is.
Is it the missing scientist people?
No. They are the next two hosts of Saturday Night Live. I have no idea who those people are at all.
What
I saw
are they on a show?
I have no idea. I didn't look it up. I saw a meme the other day that said I'm old enough where I recognize more names from the drugs on the pit than I do of the musical guests on Saturday Night Live. What are they?
No, you go.
Then this came up and it told me who the next host and bands were for the next 2 weeks of Saturday Night Live, and I had no idea who either one of them were.
Nicola Coughlan, she's from Bridgerton.
That's a girl.
Yes.
Yeah. That's Bridgerton.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The second I saw her face, I know exactly who she is.
And Amy Lou Wood?
Amy Lou Wood.
I would imagine also from that.
Oh, no, different shows.
Oh, different shows.
Different shows.
You exactly know who she is. She's Teeth Girl.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Oh,
Yep.
Teeth Girl.
I could not have,
you don't know how fast I just ran to the computer when you said Teeth Girl.
Yeah.
I didn't know
she's
her
on
name, but I know her face now that I see her.
Yes. White Lotus, Sex Education. She has a big gap in her teeth.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know her, but
she's like
cute.
chipmunk face.
I've never seen her before in my life.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her either.
They made fun of her on SNL because of White Lotus.
Yeah.
She looks like the before picture for what's her name that used to date Jeter? Minka Kelly.
Oh, I love her.
She looks like the before picture before they filed her teeth down. And yeah, right? Doesn't she?
Yeah. Nicola Coughlan, I didn't even know that was a girl. I don't know who she is.
Yep. I know who she is only because obviously Bridgerton. I watched the first 2 seasons.
It's Bridgerton. If you're going to watch it, at least learn how to say it.
No, because I haven't finished it. So I don't.
Once you finish it, you'll be able to pronounce it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I used to watch Seinfeld all the time until I finally wrapped it up.
Cool.
Do you know who is might be getting out of jail this year?
Tiger King.
No.
Ron Jeremy. Well, Ron Jeremy's out. He's like
he's
hospice
home.
or whatever.
You're along the right lines.
Getting out of jail this year.
Somebody that was serving 15 years, but may get out this year.
Oh, Jared from Subway.
Jared from Subway.
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
What will his life be like? Will
I mean-
he make it to any reality shows, or will he be
No.
shunned?
He goes into
Yeah.
hiding.
I
He
know,
can't-
but let me ask you
You
a
can't
question.
be associated with him.
Would you watch a show with Jared from Subway?
Oh, absolutely.
So would I.
Yeah.
I want to know more.
That would be smart for him to do his own reality show and just stream it on whatever YouTube if
Yeah.
he can. I don't even know whether he's allowed to.
I'd want to know. If he was like, "This is how you find nude child images," I don't.
Oh,
want
no,
to
no.
What?
No,
Yeah, I'm
but
not.
if he-
Like, what is his day
That's what
to
I'm saying.
day?
Like if he did that, I would be awful. But if he did a show and it was like, "This is what happened. This is how I got caught up in this," or this was my big perversion or whatever, I would be interested in that.
And I'm not interested in pedophiles.
No, I'm not interested in the pedophile. I'm interested in
But
somebody.
that's
who-
his thing.
But we are though.
Yeah.
To catch a predator and all that stuff,
Yeah.
we are interested in it.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
like-
interested in learning how to do it or anything like that.
Yeah, I like to see them get busted
I want
by
to get them get
police.
caught.
Can,
Yeah.
can I give you the
Please.
the trailer for the new series?
Yes.
Jared, I'm out, baby, or whatever it is. Is Jared?
I'm out, baby.
No, that's a bad title.
It does the thing, whatever, and it's the press and the news clippings and this and that. And Jared's been arrested and from Subway, blah blah blah. And then Jared walks into a Subway, opens the door, walks in. You hear the ding ding, and he goes, "I'm back, baby!" And then just people eating sandwiches just look at him like it's just completely quiet. Nobody claps, nothing, and then you just hear from the back in the kitchen. Pedophile!
He walks in, he's holding his big pantsy out with the
Yeah.
show.
No.
And then a little girl's underwear falls out of the leg.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was.
No.
That was
Too
too far.
far.
That was too far.
No.
Too
Yeah.
far.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I would be interested in that. I don't want to know. I don't want to see any images. I don't want to know, but I would want to know what his day to day life was like and why. Because remember, he wasn't just doing pedophile stuff. He was talking about eating kids and hooking up with franchisees and all that.
Yeah.
You really, I got to tell you, fame brings a lot of people that don't deserve it ass. But Jared from Subway banging girls is something else.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing about. I met him a bunch of times. He's nothing but a kind of fat nerd.
Yeah, he was weird. I met him a bunch. I interviewed him a couple times. He was always weird.
You want to know the best story about Jared, which I've told before, but what's the name of that band? Finally, I figured out. One hit wonder.
Oh, Sister Hazel.
Sister Hazel said Jared from Subway crapped on their tour bus and stunk up the whole bus. They said that nobody's allowed
Because
to
he was eating kids.
They said nobody's allowed to poop on the tour bus. That's the rule. You only use it for number one, not number two. But Jared from Subway crapped on their tour bus and stunk it up. And
The
backed up
last
the
time
toilet.
we were supposed to interview him, when I was working with Drew, and Kayla was working on the show too, and we left him out in the lobby for like an hour and a half, and
Yeah.
he got up and left.
Oh, really?
We didn't know he was out there,
Yeah.
and he was just sitting out there with a bunch of Subway subs and
Oh,
stuff.
that's so funny.
And they're like, I think Jared from Subway just left. He said he's not waiting any longer.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you probably drove him to the kids. He
Maybe,
was like,
yeah,
I'm
it
just
was-
going back to what I do.
Kayla's fault. She was the one that was supposed to go get him.
Man, what? I mean, just that same thing with John Reap. I think about that every once in a while. I see Dusty Slay, and unfortunately for Dusty Slay, I associate him with John Reap.
Yeah.
And when I see that, I think John Reap. I'm like, John Reap was the nicest guy in the world.
He was just here
Yeah,
before
right
he got
before,
busted.
yeah.
It was like a month.
And so I found out that some of the comedy clubs thought about suing John Reap, and I thought, what would you sue John Reap for?
Weekends booked already?
Weekends booked already, but he got arrested. He didn't know, and then I found out that he did know that when he was here, he already knew they had an indictment against him.
Oh.
And then they were trying.
They're investigating?
And they were investigating him, and he knew, and he was out doing all these tours and booking these dates and all that stuff, even though
Make
he
money.
already knew. Yeah.
I mean, he never bounces back. You never see him again.
I can't imagine. So, although there's probably enough people that didn't know what he got busted for, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, no, there's no club that's going to book him.
No, but you can. I bet you he rolls himself into a Coconuts or one of those places that that don't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, Johnny B is doing a show, one of those independent shows where he's in a bar one night somewhere doing that. That they would love to have John Reap there.
And pedophile's a big one. That's tough to.
Yeah, but like I said,
It's
I
tough
don't
to
think
look past.
I don't think he's big enough of a celebrity, and the news was that big where everybody knows that stuff.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of people in the audience that would know, but I would think anybody who has anything to do with comedy knows.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're not you're not associating with that on any level.
I think once you're arrested for this, especially after the whole Epstein thing, you stay as far away from anybody who's been associated with, especially arrested for this.
Let me ask you this question. John Reeb gets out of jail a year later, calls us up and says, hey, man, I'm coming into town. I'd be willing to come on the show and talk about anything.
Yeah.
That's a different story. That's for you.
Right.
Yeah.
But guess what? You will still get backlash for it.
Yeah, well, I get backlash when I put any Democrat or Republican on.
Yeah.
Because people automatically hate everybody else.
Yeah, like you're used to it, but there's some people that, especially a club owner or a business owner, you can't risk that.
Yeah, like I can never see Side Splitters booking him.
No.
Right.
But I'm talking about like one of these bars that does comedy on a Tuesday that really have no idea who they're booking, and somebody like Johnny B comes in and says, hey, let me have this room and I'll book the room.
Why are you associating Johnny B with him?
Yeah.
You know why.
Don't bring him down.
You know why. Yeah.
John Reep comes in here. 1025 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show. We have comedian John Reep in with us. So, what's been going on? Anything new happening?
That's so foreign to me. How that, because nobody ever was like, one time I did, like their life becomes that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? They
but also, there's been people that had stuff happen to them, and we heard, some rumblings and this and that. John Reep, nothing at all.
But also knew about it too. Like that, like because he had that indictment that had come down a while before, and he knew about it, but we didn't hear anything about it. Yeah, and continued to go out there and work. Crazy. All right, it is Tuesday. We got a lot of things happening on the show today. A little bit of a scheduling shakeup. Dom will be here in the 8 o'clock hour this morning because he has court today, so he'll be joining us in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll be taking your legal calls. The folks from Forgotten Angels are coming by in the 9 o'clock hour. We got plenty of stuff to give away, and we got the Bone Bonus keyword happening 5 times a day. First time is at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, noon, 2, and 5. We'll be giving away $1,000 each time. Make sure you get the Bone app, download it, put in the keyword. When we give it to you, your chance to win $1,000 is coming up. We'll take a quick break. We got Sporkle next on 102.5 The Bone. My favorite was one time I saw a guy, he was driving like a 2007 Ford Fiesta, and he had a big sign in his back window. It was a professional sign, Galvin, but it was like one of those where you buy the stickers from Home Depot and you make the sign.
Yeah.
And it said, professional life coach.
Yeah.
I will help turn your life around. And I'm like, you're driving a 97 or 2007 Ford Fiesta. How much are you going to really turn my life around? What are you really going to do?
It's not for you. He's for the person who doesn't have a car. He can help turn that person.
Oh, they don't have the money to even pay for a life coach, though.
You know, I am very surprised helps people is my wife. I don't know. My wife does not really share any information with me about her patients. She'll be like, I had a good day. I had a bad day. I had a lot of drama. I had no drama, but I don't know any of the details of anything that she does. But evidently she's pretty good at it. And I will tell you, she has been great with me. Like with problems that I have had, she is diagnosed early. She has come in and said, this would probably help, this with this. And she's been right about everything. She must be really good at her job.
Your wife is a very calming presence.
Yes. You would think that I'd be a more calm person living with her.
The one day I was on a little episode out there, she talked me off the ledge.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I had what I thought was a panic attack. I was making a U-turn on US 19, and I was going straight. There was a truck that was making a turn. I couldn't tell whether it was jackknifed or if it was making a turn because of the way it was positioned in the middle of the street. And I was noticing it, and then all of a sudden this feeling came over me, and I went, oh God, something's happening. I feel weird. And she was like, okay, is it your heart? And I'm like, no, it's not my heart. And she's like, that's fine. You might. Then she's like, touch something cold. And I go, what are we doing here? What's going on? And she was right. She got me through it. Yeah. Weird that she can both calm me down and induce me to kill at the same the same person could do both of those things.
And she's a calming presence. She shows empathy. She cares for others. Everything you're not.
Right. We had a little bit of a fight yesterday. Let me run this by you real quick, and you tell me if I'm in the right or in the wrong. My wife, I feel like, is too invested in my daughter's volleyball more than my daughter. Like my wife will be like, I feel bad for Juliana. Why? because they didn't play well, and the coach didn't do this, and the girls did it. And then I go, is Juliana upset about it? She goes, no, she didn't say anything. I go, what do you care? What are you worried about? And she's like, I just feel bad. Okay, well, that's your problem. So last night we're driving home from the OG, and she goes, Juliana, do you want to go to University of Tampa volleyball camp this summer? And I looked at her and I go, are you out of your mind? And she goes, why? I go, who's driving her to South Tampa every day? And she's like, what do you mean? And I go, the University of Tampa is in downtown Tampa. I go, who's driving there to get her there early in the morning or go pick her up in the afternoon? Basically, you're putting this on me. And she goes, when she went to the other camp, I drove her there every morning and got back before my clients and did the thing. I go, okay, who's picking her up in the afternoon after they've been awake since 4 o'clock in the morning? And then later, and then I said it at that tone like I was surprised, not mad.
Right. You've got a nap to get in. Like, we can't be doing stuff like this.
Yes. Also, even if I was wide awake, who wants to sit in that traffic? I have been blessed that I have never had to fight traffic in this town because of the hours of which I work. I'm not voluntarily adding 2 hours worth of traffic to my schedule every day so that she can go play volleyball a half hour from my house. Yeah. It's insane.
But what if she winds up being really good at it?
She's not. She
becomes a professional volley. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, thank you.
She could play for USA.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know how much those girls make?
Yeah, not a lot, but if it's something that you love doing.
Carmen, she has no chance of playing for college. I don't even think she'd make the high school team right now.
You don't know that.
I do know that. She stinks.
Okay.
And
I saw some video and she was spiking the ball.
There's nothing about okay, I'm kidding. She doesn't stink. She's okay playing. But there's nothing about her that, like, Joey played football, and there was a time where you're like, Joey might be able to go to a small college to play football somewhere because he had a little potential and he had a lot of size. Juliana possesses nothing more than weekend volleyball talent.
Weren't you like flying Joey to like Alabama and all these places?
Joey went but Joey,
but you won't take Juliana 30 minutes
to Tampa.
To UT.
Oh, you are gonna make her a hussy.
Oh, goodness.
Carmen, after our conversation yesterday about my daughter and lying to your parents and kissing and all that stuff, we got home from Olive Garden, and her and my son-in-law walked all the way down to. They walked down to the park over here, and they stayed there until it got dark, and then they walked back together.
Yeah.
And I looked at my wife and I go, "You think they're doing stuff at the park? Like, you think they're making out?" And I was like, "No."
No.
Where do you go if the parents are here? You go where the parents aren't.
Right.
Yeah.
You go to the
We
park.
just want to go look at the lake.
Yeah.
We just want to go to the park.
Yeah.
If you're the kid, that's where you make your move.
Me and Beth Andrepani used to do stuff in her parents had an RV, and it was parked in their backyard, and we used to go in the RV, and Mike wanted to see the RV, and we'd go in there, and the next thing it was like, pull your pants down, show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Wait.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Really.
It escalates quickly.
You think I was going to the park because I like to swing?
Right. Yeah.
Get out of here. Come on.
Exactly.
Want to look at the trees.
But Beth Andrepani, she really rolled, man. She as soon as I hit her with it, and she was 2 years older than me, but I was like, let me see yours and I'll show you mine. She was like, all right.
How old were you at this point?
Young. 9, 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think?
I don't know. 17.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like, have you not seen it yet?
No, I
What's going
was
on there?
ridiculously young for that. Yeah, no. All right, we got stuff to give away, Carmen. What is that stuff?
We do. So we have tickets for Wu-Tang Clan,
Uh-huh.
Shinedown,
Okay.
Dave Matthews Band, Kid Cudi, and Weezer.
All right, we got a lot of quality stuff to give away. Let's do that right now with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. You do a great job, Joe.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate
no problem.
that.
I feel like you get crapped on unnecessarily.
Imagine that.
That's very true.
Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay, today we're going to be playing famous yet common surnames. Can you name the common surnames with these famous first name clues?
All right.
Okay. Your first one. Reggie or
Jackson.
Ozzy.
Reggie or what?
Or Ozzy.
Osborne.
Nelson.
Smith. Michael or Lyndon.
Johnson.
Mike. Venus or
Williams.
Tennessee. Gio.
I almost said DeMilo.
Molly
Shannon.
or Foxy.
Brown.
Galvin. Quincy.
Jones.
Gio. Glenn
Howell.
or Mitch.
Miller.
Galvin. Sammy or
Hagar.
Miles.
Davis.
I don't think you get this.
Yeah, no.
Mike. Gotta find where I was. Jerry or Andy.
Coffin. No. Jesus. I'm an idiot.
Jerry or Andy.
Lewis.
Reed.
Garcia.
He sucks. I just Godfather 3. He sucked.
Flip.
Wilson.
Galvin. A or Pedro.
Martinez.
Mike. Lonnie.
Anderson.
Galvin. And Pap. We are halfway there.
Gio has 2 points on the board. Michael with 3, and Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning by 1 with 4.
I was unaware of that.
Same.
All right. These are famous yet common surnames. Elizabeth.
Taylor.
Galvin. Danny or Marlo.
Thomas.
Mike. Keith or Orlando.
Bloom. No. Keith Bloom.
Keith or Orlando.
Jones.
Morrison.
Hernandez.
That's not common.
It is. Dudley
Moore.
or Demi. Galvin. Dean
Martin.
or Galvin. Samuel L.
Jackson.
Gio. Hunter.
Thompson.
Thomas.
Thompson.
Thompson. you
Thompson.
I said Thompson.
Calvin. Betty
White.
or Barry. Galvin.
No. Judge.
I was not. I was adjusting the score. I wasn't listening.
Jesus.
Did you say White?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you before me. Okay.
Okay.
I just didn't know what
Integrity.
you said. Yeah.
Integrity
Yeah,
shining
yeah.
through.
Yep.
Joe, I appreciate you admitting that you're not paying attention. That's good.
Adjusting
Thank
the
you.
score.
No, I appreciate it. That's good. At least you know.
That happens. You see that all the time on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Where he
Oh,
goes,
no.
judges, and he goes, I was adjusting the score. And then,
Listen, I'd rather him say
Shut
that.
it down.
It would have
They
been
just-
great if you just would have went, Michael.
yeah.
Michael.
All right, we're doing famous yet common surnames. Your next one, Bruce
Willis.
or Ange.
Dickinson.
Ang? Bruce or Ange.
Oh, I
How
got
you
it.
spelling it?
It's Ang.
A-N-G, Ang.
Johnson. I don't know.
Lee.
Lee.
Oh, Bruce Lee. Lee. Yeah, damn it.
No point. Neil or
Armstrong.
Emmy Lou.
Harris.
Galvin. Dick or Roy.
Clark.
Galvin.
By the way, when was the last time we said Emmylou Harris and it comes up in the
Just thought
thing?
about
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And Pap.
Oh, man.
We are on the last 3.
Gio and Michael both have 4 points on the board, and Galvin is your leader. He's winning with 10.
Close game. Here we go.
What?
Gio just realized something.
Yeah, no. yeah.
Famous yet common surnames. Last 3. Here we go. Jackie
Brown.
or Smokey.
Robinson.
Gio.
Oh, come on.
That was Gio.
Rosie or
Perez.
Amanda. Galvin. And your last one, Ethan
Hawk.
or Grace.
Damn it.
Kelly.
Ethan or Grace.
I don't know.
Allen. Ethan Allen.
Your final score, Michael with 4 points on the board, Gio with 5, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 11.
Woo! Kachutney. Trademark
Didn't even
2026.
close.
Street Slayer.
And
Rule. Gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
Beat it, Rule.
Yeo rule.
Yo, rule has gone into the trash.
One and done.
Galvin, what line are you playing for?
I'll go for line 2 today.
All right. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello?
Oh, too late. Sorry, picking on the line.
Go line 1.
Line 1. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, it's Kristen.
Hi, you are the winner. I want to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break and hook you up with a prize. Thank you for listening. That is line 1, Carmen.
You know
Got
what's
it.
so funny? In my head, I just realized now I could take for the longest time, I was thinking in my head I could only do 3 lines because there's 3 of us. I don't know why. Isn't that weird?
I don't know why. I was wondering why you always pick line 1 or 2.
Always do, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just thought about it. I'm like, oh, I could take any line.
Yeah.
But you don't see it
Yeah.
because you don't see how many lines.
I
we
know, but I
actually
know
have.
that we have
Yeah.
a bunch of lines. Like, for
Out of
some reason,
sight, out of
I
mind.
think maybe in my head.
You always go up to line 4. Sometimes you'll pick
Yeah.
line 4 because that's your number.
Yeah.
I always go line 6, Baker Mayfield.
Oh, there you go. All right, what do we have coming up in news, Galvin?
Coming up in news today, dog boat, degree hacking, and conversation keeper.
Oh. All right, Galvin Edge News. We'll take a quick break, do some commercials, and come right back into that. And we got a full hour of news next, followed by Ask the Dom. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Back in the day, we used to have to do pretty strenuous contests to win things on this show. Now we just let you sit there and win.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems easy.
There are girls who've shown parts of their bodies to us that they never thought that they'd show anybody but their husbands.
Oh.
There are mothers and daughters who have done things that mothers and daughters should never do.
Girls who have lifted stuff with parts of their body they didn't know they could lift stuff with.
Girls who have smacked other girls. And girls who have smacked them back.
Oh, yeah.
Now you just sit there and you wait for us to call you. It's as easy as that.
What was when you guys used to do like fattest ass, ugly face or
Yeah,
something?
dude.
Pretty face, fat ass.
Pretty face, fat ass was one of my favorite
We'd
ones.
have them
Back walking
back in,
backwards.
yeah.
No, the girl would stick her head
Stick
in
her
the
head
door
in,
first,
yeah.
and we'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah," and then she'd back in, and we'd have that noise, dee, dee, dee. And when she'd back in, we'd go, "Whoa!" Pretty face, fat ass was fantastic.
The good old days.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we could probably do pretty face, fat ass again. That wouldn't be so bad. But the thing is, you have to have some really good tickets to give away in order to get like Bon Jovi in its heyday. Not a heyday, but like Bon Jovi in the early 2000s on this show got twin sisters making out. We had some pretty amazing stuff going on.
Maybe like a Bruno Mars. I know that's a big sold out stadium show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. By the way, 100% out of Morgan Wallen after yesterday's show.
Good.
Yeah, right now. So, okay, my daughter, yesterday, if you didn't listen, Morgan Wallen's coming, and he's coming to Gainesville. And my daughter and her friend are going, and I don't want to go, and my wife doesn't want to go. My wife doesn't want to deal with the travel to Gainesville and the idea of sitting through Morgan Wallen. I am not a fan either, although I tend to like him a little bit more than she does. I just don't want to go to the concert.
I'm sure he puts on a great show.
Yeah, yeah. It's not Morgan Wallen's fault. It's our fault. So JoJo texted me and said, I'll take her to Morgan Wallen and you watch my daughter, who is considerably younger. And I was like 100% in. And then I asked my wife. My wife was like, yeah, that'd be great if, everything is good with that. And then my wife was like, I don't know. I have to ask Juliana. She may not want to do that. She may want me to go. What do you think her response was?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, seriously, can JoJo take me? Like, she was so excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I said. I was like,
So now you're both out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
We're going to take that kid and do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to love that kid like it's our own.
Maybe
Juliana
keep it
comes
that way.
back. Yeah. Sorry, you're out.
Yep, sorry, kid.
All of her stuff's packed up.
Trade me in for a new model.
Also, Everly is now playing volleyball.
Yeah, in South Tampa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show, sponsored by Badger Bob Services.
What do we have in today's news, Galvin?
Today's top story, an armed man standing atop one of the historic, you ready for this?
Yep.
Teotihuacan pyramids.
What are they called?
Teotihuacan.
Teotihuacan?
Yeah, pyramids.
Oh,
Is that right?
I'm trying.
Sounds delicious.
Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan.
I don't think you're saying that right. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I listened a couple times.
Right.
I could say it fast, and then it just you won't be able to
Try
tell.
it.
Atop the historic Teotihuacan pyramids Well, we're laughing about that part, not laughing about this part. Opened fired on tourists Monday, killing one Canadian and leaving at least 13 people injured at the archaeological site north of Mexico's capital. The shooter was identified as 27-year-old Julio Cesar Heso of Mexico, a state official told the AP. The Heso later died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Authorities said security officials found a gun, a knife, and ammunition on him.
Jeez. So I saw this as I was going to bed last night and couldn't tell if it was a real story or not. Like, 'cause it showed an old like pyramid-looking thing, and I wasn't sure if it was, and then it said there was a shooter on it, and I'm like, I can't even tell what's real anymore.
Can you imagine going to Mexico and you're going to go to tourists and go, oh, let's go to the pyramids and check that out, and all of a sudden a guy's just shooting from up top.
Yeah, and you're like, this is ridiculous. This is our vacation.
Yeah.
We didn't pay for this.
Insane.
Do we have no motive for this guy? We don't know what his deal was.
Not yet.
What
I mean, the guy, he's dead now, so.
There's
And
no,
how old was he?
He was only 27, I think it was. Yeah, 27 years old. Yeah.
How old are you now?
Me?
Yeah.
35. Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Oh, I like the way you're embracing it.
Yeah, of course. What else? What other choice do I have? Look at you. At least I know when I'm your age, I'll be better than that.
Oh my God! I was on
Matt,
your side.
you're
I
being
said, you're
You said-
Everybody went
I am-
ooh, and I said, at least you're embracing it.
At least you're
Yeah.
embracing it. That was not a compliment.
No, Carmen.
You were trying to.
Instead of
Put a
saying
dig in.
I'm old, I'm 35, you were like, I'm 35, woo woo, and I said, oh, at least you're embracing it. I was nothing more than being complimentary to you.
That was not a compliment.
Carmen, you don't
Please.
I don't
understand.
think you know compliments.
When someone says, "How old are you?" Oof. That's not.
Yeah.
compliment.
Yeah.
And at least you're embracing it. By the way, she goes, look at you. The way she said that, man, that was
you
rough.
think you're going to look this good when you're 54?
Yes.
All right.
That is so
We'll see.
crazy to me, Carmen, that I'm almost 20 years older than you. That's so weird.
Yeah. You guys we are 20 years apart. But because this year you guys will be 55.
Oof.
Yeah.
What are we doing? You throwing us a party?
No.
Why not?
Did I get a party?
When you turn what? 35?
Yeah.
Oof.
So why do you get a party when you turn 55?
Because you're still alive.
Ugh.
Joe got a party when he turned 60.
That's
Yes.
right.
Right.
It was a good one, too.
There's certain milestones where you get one. You know what I
I
mean?
think I'm
Like-
throwing a double nickel this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I'm throwing a party, yeah.
Sammy Hagar going to come and play?
Probably, yeah. My
Like-
brother's birthday is Monday, I think, and his birthday party that he is throwing for himself is on Saturday. My brother doesn't just have parties, he has parties. He had a party last time where he had an ice cream truck come to the
How
party.
old will your brother be?
What am I, 54 or 51?
Hmm.
And last year he had an ice cream truck. This year it is Philly cheesesteak versus Chicago beefs.
Oh, nice.
There's
Nice.
a theme to this party.
Great.
I like it. I like it.
So yeah, it'll be fun.
Let's party with meat.
Uh-huh.
So we had the shooting at the pyramids there, and then a shooting closer to home over in St. Petersburg.
Oh.
St. Petersburg Police Department said a 46-year-old man is dead after attempting to break into someone's house just before midnight on Saturday.
Welcome to Florida.
Around 12:20 a.m., just after midnight, sorry. Around 12:20 a.m., officers responded to the home on 2nd Avenue North after reports of shots being fired in the area. Upon arrival, they found a man suffering from a gunshot wound. He was transported to a nearby hospital where he died from his injuries. A preliminary investigation found that the man had crashed his car in the surrounding area before fleeing the scene. He then tried to break into a home from the back. The sound woke up the homeowner. The homeowner ordered the man to leave the property, but the guy persisted in his attempts to break in. After refusing to leave, the suspect was shot by the homeowner.
There you go.
Yeah,
Congratulations, sir.
get out of
Got
here.
a clean one in. We were just talking about it the other day about how I couldn't find my watch.
Yeah.
And I realized that I get these problems that I have. My father gave me none of his great hair, but he gave me his butthole eyes and all his other problems.
Oh,
My dad asked me he needed to borrow a smaller gun, most likely to commit a murder. And I said, yeah, I have two. I have a revolver and I have another one. He was like, bring them both to me. I said, okay, cool. So I brought them both to him. And you made me think of it because it's the one that I keep by my bed, you know. And my dad hit me up. He goes, "Hey, I didn't forget to give you your guns back. I just can't find where I put them."
Oh man.
Yep.
And I thought, that's me.
Yeah.
You gave me that. Because I'm sure wherever he put them, they're safe. But he put them in such a safe spot now that he can't remember where he put them.
Yeah.
And I'm in the same position. I put my watch somewhere where it was safe. Nobody was going to get it, but couldn't remember where I put it.
You know it's here.
It's here.
It's
It'll
somewhere-
eventually come
yeah.
up. We had 3 watches missing. All 3 have been recovered.
Yeah. You lost the golf clubs. You found those.
Found those. Joey had those in his trunk. He was using them.
Lost the watch. Found that.
Found that.
Lost the fridge. Found the fridge.
Found the fridge. Yeah, that's in Tom's house.
Although, how many Apple Watches do you have, and how many do you know where they are?
Well, I only have one that I use because the other ones, I have one right here, but it's an old model. So, yeah.
Yo, could you imagine, Carmen, an old model Apple
Ew.
Watch?
Ridiculous.
Gross.
You look like a stupid.
By the way, no one aside the suspect was injured in the incident, but 3 adults and a child were home at the time.
Yeah.
The SPPD said that the homeowner was not charged, and the investigation is ongoing now.
How long do you wait? Like that guy that was knocking on the door and going, "Let me in your house." How long do you wait before you shoot that guy?
3 warnings.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to wait till he comes in.
Yeah.
You can't open the door and shoot him.
I
with
thought
a
you
torch.
can shoot through the door.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think you can.
If you have,
If you're in the house,
yeah, if you're in the house and the Ring doorbell camera catches this guy and he's running and shouldering the door, and you're like, leave, do not come in here, leave, do not, you give him 3 warnings and then pop,
No,
No good?
I think
Not a
you
clean
open.
shoot?
I think if you really want that, you open the door and you let him come in.
You just
But-
go unlock the door. And be like,
Yeah.
Step back a few.
Whoops.
I always said when I lived in Pasco County, their code was ridiculous. The door at the bottom of it was almost high enough off the ground to stick your foot underneath it. So my bedroom door, we'd lock it at night because we didn't have kids at the time. And I always said to Amanda, if I just saw feet at the other side of the door, I would just shoot through the door. But that's inside the house.
Yeah, inside the house. Yeah.
But outside, I don't know if the guy. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if I'd have the cool. If that guy was beating on the house and demanding to come in, I don't know if I would have the cool to not open the door and just shoot him.
Remember, we just said a crazy viral video with the guy screaming at the Ring doorbell.
That's what I'm saying. That one.
That guy got inside, and the guy hit him with a shovel, and then still said leave. He was like asking him to
But
leave.
that's what I'm saying. Like, how long would that guy? Would I like? I would think. I'm not trying to be cool. I think I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to where if he was jamming and running himself against the door, especially if my family was home, I'd probably just open that door and shoot him, and that's probably not the right thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know. You
I
probably
might get away with it, but I don't think that that's the right thing to do.
No, you may probably got to try to de-escalate to a certain degree.
Yeah, well, I'd call 911. Like, remember there was some video a while ago where the guy was banging on this sliding glass door, and he was on the phone with 911, and he said, "Listen, I got this guy," and you could hear the guy banging on the glass. He's like, "I got a shotgun," and he kept saying, "If you break the glass, I'm going to shoot you." And all of a sudden you're,
The one guy said when he was kicking the door, said, "I'm here to effing kill you."
right.
So
And
I
that's
wonder-
the thing. So what are you supposed to do? Wait till they get inside?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't seem.
Yeah, I don't think, Carmen, that if he would have, I don't think that if he would have defended himself, he would have went to jail. But it would have been more of a situation than it is on what he did now. But like Gio said, he did get inside.
Yeah.
And at that point, the guy was only armed with a shovel.
And he was still trying to tell him to leave. Like,
Right, and he had
you
the
need
guy
help.
the emotional common sense to say, "Are you military?" Like
Right.
he knew all about the guy. He could see what was going on.
I don't want to think about it.
I would have just chickened out and shot him right there on the porch. Yeah, I'm just being honest. And I'm not saying it from a tough point of view. I would have been scared.
But the crazy thing is, when you did have intruders in your house, that could have ended horribly wrong, and it didn't. Which
And I'm
is
glad it did.
A good thing, yeah.
That's the one, Galvin, where you say I would feel bad. I would feel bad if
Right.
if I would have killed those guys. I would feel because it was a mistake.
That was a crazy.
Still to this day, can't figure out what happened.
Crazy event.
Well, all I know is that Joe and I drove my big red Stingray Chevrolet truck on the golf course. We went on the golf course. Look at the golf
With
course.
shotguns.
Yeah, the range guy was like, "What are you doing?" I go, "There's a guy who just broke into my house. Stole one of your golf carts."
Yeah.
He was like, "Well, don't worry. The golf carts are on GPS." I go, "I'm not worried about your golf cart. I want the guys."
Your wife, I was standing out in the driveway with your wife. She was not happy that you just left.
Well, you know who else wasn't happy was the police.
Yeah.
They were like, "Don't go after him." I was like, "Okay," and I went right after him.
Your wife's like, "So let me get this straight. they left, and the people might come right back to the house, and now they're driving around. In
Yeah,
the
but
neighborhood.
I knew you guys were here.
Also,
Yeah.
the guy on the golf course is like, "Hey, buddy, I just put all this grass down,
Right.
and you just taking your truck over it."
Right.
Got Joe hanging out the window with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Your Tampa Bay Lightning have game 2 of round 1 tonight at home at the Benchmark International Arena at 7 p.m. taking on the Montreal Canadiens, who lead that series 1-0. Victor Hedman back in the fold, but not expected to play tonight. I don't believe he is going to be playing tonight.
Good. I'd rather him wait till he's healthy and where he's really feeling it, but it's good to see him back with the organization.
Yeah.
I heard a crazy stat. You know, the Lightning are like 1 for 10 in their last home playoff games.
Yeah.
1 for 10.
Yeah, they were saying that on
That
the game
is
the other night.
not good.
What is that about?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
So the Senators and the Hurricanes played last night, and it went to double overtime.
Oof.
But it was interesting because the score was 2-2. But on the Hard Rock Bet app, I had a player that got a goal, so they had a point, whatever. So you know how they show the game and they show the thing, whatever. They showed the score 3-2 after the first overtime. It was still tied 2-2, and I go. So I put it out and I go, "Is this a glitch, or does Hard Rock have the script to the thing to the game?"
They know what's going on.
Because they had Hurricanes with 3 and Senators with 2. Guess what the final score wound up being?
3-2.
Hurricanes 3, Senators 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
They had
boy.
it right, yeah.
Interesting.
Which was, for sure interesting, but double overtime too.
That's crazy.
Lot of crazy games going on in the NHL and the playoffs and stuff. Playoff hockey's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, sudden death makes me so nervous.
Oh, for sure.
It's really. I do like it that it's not the 3-on-3 though.
Calvin, do you happen to have this in news?
Oh, I
About
saw
the
that.
tiger?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I saw that and I forgot to bring. Yeah, let's talk about that.
It's a Russian circus where they still have tigers in the circus, and a tiger just leaped into the crowd.
So they have a truss that's up that has a net around it, which, by the way, I'm not comfortable with just a net to begin with, whatever. And the cable falls, so the whole thing comes down. And it's just a big circle that has a net. So now it's down and there's nothing. And the tiger just jumps over it.
Tiger's like later.
Yeah,
But-
and people are just
Runs
there
through
in
the
the
crowd.
crowd right there.
But also, a lot of people in the crowd don't move.
No, they get their
just
phones
keep
out.
watching the circus.
I'm not doing anything that's going to attract attention to that tiger.
Yeah, you're drawing the tiger's eye to you. Yeah, that's a slippery slope. Do you run real quick and get out of there?
You're
Although,
not outrunning the tiger.
no way.
Right.
So
I
that tiger's jumping 20 feet right on your back. No
I grab
problem.
the first little kid that's not mine and throw
Yep.
it right at the tiger.
For sure.
Right at the tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so
Little
crazy.
fat kid looks delicious. Just throw it right in front of the tiger.
I'm probably not going to move. You just stay still.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
you
I
though?
got-
That it just comes up to you and you're like, oh.
What if you go, come here, little tiger?
Just start rubbing his
Rubbing
belly.
his face.
Man.
Those things are so huge too. That paw gets on your chest, you'd be like, all right.
The
well,
paw and
it's-
that one big tooth that comes
Yeah.
out right through you.
I remember they had the video in the Tiger King show where they ripped off the guy's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
you
What's wrong
know.
with that?
Listen, if I could do it knowing 100% couldn't be hurt, I'd love to do it. Like go and play with lions or
tiger,
bears or whatever this, that. When you see those people that raise lions and then they come back and the lion comes jumping over to them and does that and then puts his hat, I'm like, oh, yeah. Just anytime you think it's just going to rip the person apart, be like, yeah, I remember you, but I'm also hungry.
The time I went to Big Cat Rescue
Oh, yeah.
and stood there by the cage, the lion or the tiger was way in the back of the cage, and I turned my back, and within 2 seconds, I felt wind, and I heard a little just a noise, like a ruffle of the bushes, and the tiger was right there on the cage in like 2 seconds.
You ever see the one where the little kid, they're taking a picture of the kid at the zoo and it's got the glass, whatever, and the lion's just over there in the background, and then the lion just goes,
Yeah.
and jumps, and he's right on that kid. If the glass wasn't there, he would have just destroyed that kid.
Moves so fast,
Yeah.
and like it's crazy.
I saw another video yesterday on the internet. It was an alligator that was eating a monkey.
Mm.
Yeah, and I love monkeys, but it was kind of cool to see the monkey's feet hanging out of his mouth. Monkey took one wrong jump.
I was at the Big Cat Rescue, and they had a lion over there, and the lion, they say you can hear the lions roar for like over a mile or something, whatever. But I was close.
And how come we never heard him roar when we were at the mall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you?
no, I don't
Maybe
know.
you did.
Maybe I did, and I didn't realize it.
But it was just kind of doing
Yeah.
doing that thing, whatever, and you could like feel it
Yeah,
vibrate.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, oh my god,
How
that's-
mad are those lions that just a mile away? they smell that bourbon chicken.
Oh yeah,
Cooking in the food court, and they were like, "That whole mall is just a giant food court for us.
Yeah.
We can get in that mall, we can eat all those people." Bourbon chicken.
that'd be a wild video. A lion
Tiger in
just
the mall,
oh,
lion
in a
in the
mall.
mall.
Oof.
Yep. I always think one day I'm going to be just driving over by that mall and just seeing a lion walking on the street.
Yeah.
Just walking right by the mall, somewhere in the crosswalk.
Carmen, how long did you take to get your degree? You have a bachelor's degree or what?
Bachelor's, yes. It took me a total of 7 years.
That's fine.
It's a 4-year degree.
Okay.
I was
well,
going part-time, but I was working full-time here.
Those people are called doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seemed like you finished it pretty quick once you like.
Started. Well, because I did go get my AA first from St. Pete.
Well, there's an interesting thing happening right now. Educators are alarmed because some students are speeding through online degrees.
Yeah, because of ChatGPT.
In a matter of weeks.
Yeah.
It takes most college students at least 4 years to earn a bachelor's degree. Christy Williams finished in 3 months. The North Carolina Human Resources executive spent 2 months racking up credits through web tutorials after work in 2024, then raced through 11 online classes at an online university in 4 weeks. Later that year, she went back to earn her master's in just 5 weeks.
That's crazy.
The two degrees cost a total of just over $4,000.
Wow.
You think about how much college is and how much people are paying and stuff. $4,000. She's got her master's degree. The phenomenon, sometimes referred to as degree hacking, college speed runs or hyper accelerated degrees, has spawned a cottage industry of influencers making videos on how quickly they earn their degrees and encouraging others to follow suit.
Does it say what her degree was in?
It does not.
Or worse, where it's from.
Well, that's the thing, though. Think about this. We've all been to the doctor. Ever look at his degree? You're friends with him.
No. Like my son's doctor. I remember looking at his degrees while they were on the wall, but it wouldn't make a difference.
Where to go to school?
If it would have said University of Phoenix or Harvard, I probably wouldn't have noticed a real big difference. You know what I mean? Well,
Also,
maybe
I could just print out stuff and put it on the wall.
Yeah.
You know,
and
whatever.
also think doctors. There's doctors who were the top of their class who graduate. There's also doctors who were at the bottom of the class who got straight C's who graduated.
There's
who
also doctors that wound up going over to Ecuador and got their degree because they didn't get it in America.
Right.
Which doesn't make them bad doctors.
No.
It's just hard to get into medical school here, and then medical school is expensive.
But also, like, you have your master's degree. Like you said, I mean, the employer may go, oh, this is online university, we're not doing it, whatever. Or they're looking for specific, this person went to Stanford.
Right.
Okay, that's good. But still...
Hey,
it's still got to be an accredited school.
Shelly, tell me about your college experience. Well, I finished my master's in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Come on.
Also,
crazy.
I feel like I want to get a doctorate in something just so people have to call me doctor. And I could do that quick.
Dr. Galvin.
Yeah. Doctor.
But also, so is this like one of those things, like obviously ChatGPT and all those things are helping these kids.
Right.
Or is this just exposing college to show like you don't need 4 years to get your degree?
Yeah, you don't need a brick and mortar place. You don't need all the cost that goes into running a college and doing all that stuff that you're paying for, because you're paying for a 4-year degree and you do all this stuff. And there's so many people that go to college because it's the next thing after high school. And they have no idea. They're 2 years in and they're like, I don't want to be accountant. I want to do this or whatever they were going for, and totally changing and then having to do 4 more years of something else.
There was I took statistics in college. That was the hardest math class I've ever had to take. I think I had to take it twice, and it was it's something that I'll never. It probably comes into play when it comes to the ratings, but I don't figure out the ratings, and I don't, and it's just I could also do the math. I don't remember one goddamn thing I learned in statistics, but I could figure out how they do the rating. You know what I mean? So I don't know if any of that stuff applies. I feel like you should only have to go to college for the stuff that you're going to need to know.
And how many jobs have you had that you learned way more in the first couple weeks of doing the job, than reading about it? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that people are like, oh, well, I read this. Okay, once you get into the real thing, then you see how it goes. And there's plenty of times where somebody who is kind of showing you the ropes and stuff, they're like, hey, they say to do it this way. This way's way better. You know what I mean? Like, do it this way. This way's way faster.
I had to take a humanities class in college to get my AA, Carmen. I'm sure you had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And my teacher was great, and I enjoyed it. And I also believe that you should learn at least humanities 2. You should have a good knowledge of that kind of stuff. And my teacher said, we're doing an oral presentation on anything in the first 5 chapters. So just go through it. So I went through the first 5 chapters. I said, anything I want. And I did mine on vomitoriums. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Vomitorium was a room that they would put next to where they had a grand feast or a party, and people would eat and get drunk, and they'd go in that room and throw up, and then they'd go back to party again. That was a vomitorium. And I got to do my whole oral presentation on vomitoriums. And I'm like, what did that do for me in my life? I mean, it was fun, and I got an A on it. But what did that do for me in my career? I didn't talk about painting. I didn't talk about great artists. I talked about vomitoriums.
Yeah.
But again, you know that now. You have that knowledge, and really, that assignment was for public speaking.
Yeah.
Like each class, even though it's not a speech class, each class will teach you something different. So that assignment specifically was just about public speaking.
Yeah.
Also, what did that do for your career? You got up in front of people, you spoke,
Right,
you probably got some laughs.
yeah.
You know, you got a little bit of that where you're like, oh, I could do this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I will say though, one thing that everyone should take, and I think at a much younger age, critical thinking. There is these, especially the kids nowadays, they do not have the critical thinking ability to solve problems on their own. And they're always just, Mom, Dad, what do I do? Or they always, I don't know, what do I do? You know what I mean? And that's a class that I took in college, which it helped me. But I think a lot of high schoolers, like if they took it in middle school, a lot of these kids would benefit from taking a critical thinking class.
I wonder if my son, if they gave him a critical thinking question, he said, what do you do? And he'd say, ask my dad. My dad can fix it.
Right. But again, like that's not a great answer.
A lot of kids lean on the internet now too.
Right.
They Google and ChatGPT and all this stuff instead of problem solving on their own.
I told my son, I said, son, you have the opportunity to cheat like never before. I mean, I had the only cheating that I was able to do in St. Leo was to take term papers that were already written by other fraternity brothers, rewrite those, hand them in with my name on it. That was the best cheating we had at the time. Now with ChatGPT and the internet, you could cheat your way right through a college degree I said you could literally get your degree with an A+ with a 4.0 GPA just from cheating your way through. Do it.
But a lot of schools now are using software that recognizes ChatGPT.
But you can still work around that.
Yeah, you can try. Yeah,
you can use it. You know what I mean? Like you can use it as a tool.
Oh man, me and Bailey had good conversations yesterday in Carline. I was so bored, I just opened that up and we just chatted back and forth.
Yeah,
that app knows so much about me now.
And now you get caught cheating, they kick you out.
Yeah. Well, they give you a little warning. Give you a little,
there's no forgiveness anymore
give you a little, hey, heads up.
Because of ChatGPT, there's like, nope, you're done. And I see the people online all the time. ChatGPT is outdated, especially for school.
Oh, really?
There's other ones to use specifically for school.
Yeah, because the information's only like up to 2025 or something.
Well, no, it's like there's one that's actually like thinks and will like go beyond the answer that they find on the internet. And there's you know what I mean? Like
I tried to make a what was the name of the band we had yesterday? Sluts from Hell. What was it?
Sluts on Drugs.
Sluts on Drugs. I tried to make ChatGPT make a band poster for Sluts on Drugs, and it would not. But you know who would? Grok in 2 seconds. Yeah. So ChatGPT is the girl you want to bang, but she doesn't want to bang you. But Grok's a big slut.
Yeah. Sluts on Drugs.
Yep.
There is a new cruise company.
Okay.
So maybe we consider this. We do all the different cruises. We got 20 coming up and stuff. Would you want to bring your pets on a cruise?
Negative.
Yeah, of course not.
no.
Do you think that's a good idea?
No.
Some people love the idea. Others say absolutely not. I think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I'd like to be with my dog, but yeah, it would be a pain in the ass.
I don't want to be with everybody else's
Right.
dog.
Exactly. Yeah. And your dog with their dogs, and that's going to be.
And you're stuck on the boat, so if it's not going well, you're just still there.
Where are all these dogs pooping?
Yeah. Where
Exactly.
are they pooping? Also, dogs getting seasickness. They may. Who knows? You've never had your dog on a big cruise ship. You don't know how it's going to react. What are you doing at dinner?
Yeah.
And what if your dog likes water and they try and jump off the boat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's not a good idea.
Because there's plenty of people that would have their dog. Just have it off leash on
Yeah.
a cruise ship.
That's not a good idea.
Apparently, watching videos of junk food might actually help some people eat less junk food.
Okay.
So if you watch videos of junk food, it'll help you eat less junk food.
I can't see how, because in the middle of the night, if I start watching some sort of food influencer, or if I watch Bobby Flay, it makes me want to get up and eat some stuff from the
Yeah,
I
kitchen.
or
do
you
it.
see a commercial for like a Butterfinger, and you're like, I'd stab somebody in the face for a Butterfinger
in a long time. Yeah.
Right now, my favorite video is to watch people eat and make ramen. And like, I want ramen, but watching it enough, it like satisfies that craving. So I don't eat it because I can't physically eat it because of,
The baby.
I'm going strong. No, diet strong,
Gotcha.
getting healthy.
So watching videos of junk food might actually help some people eat less junk food, but it won't work the other way. Watching videos of healthier food does nothing to curb your craving for junk food.
Yeah, if depends if they if there's nothing to curb your craving, but every once in a while I'll see some healthy thing that somebody cooks and I go, oh, if somebody made that for me, I would eat it.
Sure.
I'm not making it.
That's why you always go, how are like super rich people fat? Like celebrities and stuff. You can have a personal chef and a personal trainer and all that
Yeah, but
stuff.
you're still eating cookies.
Huh?
You're still eating cookies when they're not around.
Have the personal trainer slap them out of your hand. Have them just live with you 24/7 and watch you.
That's the thing. Most of my crazy eating happens at night.
No.
You see some of these like actors, and they'll cut like 50 pounds and had for a role, and they say they had personal trainer, personal chef for like 6 months
Yeah.
to try and get there, or vice versa, get fat for a role.
What's his name? Who played Batman? What's his
Bale.
name? Yeah, Christian Bale for The Machinist.
He got real skinny.
Yeah, I think it was like 140 pounds or something.
Yeah.
But then for
Batman got huge for Batman.
but then also for
Vice President.
Bradley Cooper. No, the one with Bradley Cooper.
American Sniper.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, I remember
hold on.
McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, yeah.
He
Yeah.
lost like a ton of weight, so he,
He
was all
was super skinny in Wolf of
Wall
Wall
Street.
Street.
yeah,
because of that.
You're right.
American Hustler. He had gained some weight for that
American
one.
Hustle,
Hustle,
yeah.
yeah.
But also
Yeah,
when he played Dick Cheney, he was fat
Yep.
for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing this for a role. Yeah, that's my
Same.
new thing. Yeah.
With butter on it?
Yep.
Different role. Motorist in Knoxville, Tennessee had to deal with a unique delay the other day. 1 million bees, which got loose when a truck hauling them crashed. The police told everyone to stay in their vehicles. Oh, really? We can't get out and pet the bees?
No, the bees can't get in your vehicle. Remember that movie, The Swarm, from
Yeah,
the 70s?
sure.
And that was my biggest fear. They were killer bees, but I just didn't want bees to be on me.
Yeah, they come in through your air conditioning.
Yeah, that was the thing. They came in through the car air conditioner.
One of my favorite Jackass the movie bits is when they put the bees in the limousine.
in the limo. That
and
was
the guys
great.
are locked in the limousine. They think they're on their way to a photo shoot.
That was one of the funniest things I've ever
oh,
seen.
it's so great.
Yeah,
so
because they
great.
know something's happening. They're like, oh no, yeah.
And then the limo pulls over and they dump marbles outside
Yeah.
and unlock the door and they all slide on the marbles.
Dude, those movies are great.
Dude, I can't wait for the new Jackass.
I hope it's awesome.
I think it's going to be
I
good.
I'm
hope
sure
it's
it will
awesome.
be. They're consistently funny, though.
Yeah.
And they put them out every few years or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's not like the long-awaited sequel that we always talk about. Yeah.
The one where they're walking down the hall and the big hand comes around and whacks them in the face.
so
That's
good.
awesome.
So
They tell
good.
the one guy, hey, can you carry this tray of soup?
Yeah.
And he they're like, you fell for the soup? Why would you have a tray of soup in the office?
Yeah. Prego pasta, Prego pasta sauce and stuff,
Prego.
is selling a new puck-shaped device, kind of like a Alexa, the old ones that they have, whatever, called the Conversation Keeper, which will record anything you say at the dinner table. They're assuming that's something that you want. The Conversation Keeper will be available at Prego's website starting next Monday. The cost will be about $20. They're planning on selling around 100 of them. I don't know why they're doing this.
I
It
guess
doesn't
for
make
like the
any
family, if you know what it'd be like to have dinner with your grandmother or whatever, or something like that after she died. I don't know.
No, it's just recording everything. It's
Right,
just
that's what I
recording
mean.
your conversation.
Yeah, but I'm
Oh,
just
so
saying,
you
like,
can
a
save
family
it.
dinner. You'd
So you can
yeah,
save it.
Yeah.
You treat it like a podcast or something?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I did see was that Spotify has a playlist from, I think it was Borelli, the pasta company, and they have a song for each amount of time that you should boil the macaroni.
Ah, smart.
So if you got elbows, you listen to the elbows playlist, and as long as it takes to play that playlist is how long it should take to boil
That's
macaroni.
smart.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. Carmen, you just got married. Your wedding was fantastic.
Thank you.
You had a couple problems with people, or person.
Yeah.
There's a story about a bride is going viral for sharing a story about how her aunt and uncle decided not to attend their wedding.
Oh.
Any guesses why the aunt and uncle said, we're not coming to your wedding because
She's marrying a black guy.
marrying a black guy?
Didn't like the menu.
Menu bad.
Because
Gross.
she wouldn't let them bring their dog.
Their pet? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gio, anything? And uncle didn't show up because
Bride was too fat to fit in the dress.
Oh, tubuku.
And it was grandma's dress, and they wanted her to wear that.
an aunt and uncle decided not to attend their wedding because the men were all asked to wear a tie.
Wow.
Doesn't seem crazy, dressing up,
It's a
whatever.
wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She shared a text where her aunt said, "We will not be there. Sorry, way too much." The bride responded with a link and said, "I found this for $6.99 online. Will you really not come because of a tie?" And the aunt said, "That's right. This is United States of America, not Princess Land." The woman also said that her father already lent her uncle a tie to wear. So I don't know. They were just looking for an excuse to get out of it. and
That's
stuff. And-
weird.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm not mad at them. I don't want to wear a tie.
I don't want to wear a
Good.
tie either, but out of respect, you're going to show up and wear a tie.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm on the side of you don't want to come, don't effing
I wouldn't come, but I wouldn't tell you it's because I don't want to wear a tie. I would just come up
Right.
with some other
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
Well, clearly they're a little crazy.
How do you tell somebody to wear a tie? Like, what do you say?
Proper attire,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but proper
Well, yeah.
attire doesn't necessarily mean a tie. Like,
Well-
they'd have to specifically say tie is
Formal.
required.
No, so I will say when I was going through this, basically like your dress code or attire, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It all depends on the food you serve. If you are having a 5-star meal, then you can ask people to do formal, which is suit, tie, ball gowns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It goes
Anybody
in
want
lines
that?
with one another.
Anybody want that? I
yeah.
don't want that.
I
There's
know
a
some
lot of
people
girls
do.
No, I
that
know,
do.
but who does? Like, and none of us want. I
Yeah.
want everybody to be as comfortable as they were at Carmen's wedding.
Our wedding invitation did not say anything about how to dress or
No.
anything like that. I
You
just
should know how to
assumed
dress
you
for a
know,
wedding, yeah.
how to dress for a wedding and stuff. And if somebody showed up with a shirt with no tie, I wouldn't be like, out, get out of here.
I don't know if I mean, I do wear ties. I actually like the way a tie looks better than like an unbuttoned shirt. But I sometimes don't want to I'm not trying to outdo the bridal party, you know what I mean? So
Oh, you
maybe I
think
would
that-
come without a tie.
You think that would be a problem? You'd look
No,
so good, but
like,
no
I-
one would look at the bride.
I want to dress like just below the class of the bridal party.
The struggle of not outdoing
Right.
everybody.
I don't want all the attention on me.
You don't need me
Right.
showing up
Right.
looking
Ruin
all
it.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Bride's gonna be like, this guy with his tie ruined my whole wedding.
Watch out if you invite me.
I can't remember what the bride looked like. Mike looked fantastic, though. I can tell you that. I have so many.
tie.
I have so many pictures of Mike.
Did you see that tie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
Yep.
beautiful.
Yep.
When it comes to ties, that was the one.
The way it went right around his neck. Nice, man. The
Yeah.
collar.
See, I'm glad I thought about all this.
It's good.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
No problem.
Appreciate that. Some sad news. Alan Osmond died.
Oh.
The oldest member of the family band, the Osmonds, has died at the age of 76. He passed away on Monday after a 4-decade battle with multiple sclerosis.
I have to tell you, the idea of all these people dying in their 70s really makes me nervous. That's
Yeah.
20 years from now.
You're not going to like the next story then.
Oh, no. I
Yeah.
know it. I know it.
Which, by the way, do you remember?
No.
I had Alan Osmond one year, and
Oh,
it was
you
a
did?
big argument to get him. Yeah.
I don't
But he was
recall.
part of the Osmond family band and stuff.
Yeah, I don't recall Mr. Osmond.
But yeah, he died. So he just recently died. Died on Monday. 76 years old. And then Patrick Muldoon, best known for his roles in Days of Our Lives, Melrose Place, Starship Troopers, has died after suffering a heart attack. He was 57.
Saw that.
Yeah.
Did you see
And
what happened?
He looked healthy.
I don't know who he is.
I know who he is. I don't remember him on Days of Our Lives.
I remember from Starship Troopers. That
Yes,
movie. Yeah, he was like
that's-
the other boyfriend.
Yeah. What? He heart attack, but what else?
So he was at his house, went to take a shower, and I think it was either wife or girlfriend thought, man, he's been in the shower a long time. Went in there, dead in the shower.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I don't lock the door when I go to the bathroom.
I don't want to be found wet and naked.
No.
Right?
Would you rather be found crapping or wet and naked in the shower?
Wet naked in the shower.
Yeah.
Shower for sure.
Yeah. At least I'm clean.
Right.
Yeah, but she's like, man, he's taking a long time. Went in there and he was dead in the shower.
Oh, that's rough.
Ooh.
Thanks, Joe.
That's
I'm
so
telling
sad.
you, like the average lifespan's in the 70s. Most people die in their 70s.
I'm looking at 90.
And
looking at it.
it also depends on your health.
Yeah.
If you're someone who's been overweight your whole life,
Why do you have to say it like that? Why do you write a personal attack?
I'm just.
You're looking right at me.
She said somebody.
I'm not looking at anybody. I'm
You're looking
literally
right
in
at me.
I'm in a room by myself.
Yeah.
But there's stats for all these things.
Yeah, they say if you can get up from a squatting position, you should live to 90.
What if you can get in a squatting position? I watched the guys from Stretch Labs the other day. They were doing, they were stretching people before golfing, and I thought that's something I could do. I'm not doing it, but I could have somebody else force me to do it. You know what I mean? Like
Stretch
put the
you?
pressure on my leg.
Oh,
yeah. I wonder how good that is for you.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It helps with your mobility, helps with your balance, helps with all that stuff. You know, because think a lot of the stretching, you're standing up and you're doing like one leg here, doing this and that. Yeah, that definitely helps. Because they say a lot of people that die because they have bad balance.
Right.
And they wind up, falling and breaking something or, snapping their neck or doing whatever.
Yeah.
Because you get older, you get bad balance. And as you get older, you have brittle bones.
Pete fell the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was he all right?
He got scraped up on his knee. He was down looking at boats because his company does boat wraps.
Right.
And they were looking at somebody's boat. And Pete said, I took a tumble and I had two choices: either dive down and take the hit, or fall into the water. And I went, oh, you should have picked the water, dude. That would have been so great. If you would have got out and sent me a picture of you soaking wet, I would have loved that. But he went down. He scraped his knee up pretty good. Yeah.
Speaking of being healthy and losing weight and stuff, Jelly Roll is currently training to do the New York City Marathon in November.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He looked just at WrestleMania. He looked great.
So he says that he actually went off the rails a little bit over the holidays and gained about 12 pounds, but he's back on it and stuff. He said he wants to lose about another 40 or 50 pounds, cut the loose skin off, and then pose shirtless on a magazine cover.
He said at the Burt 5K, he said next year he was going to run with his shirt off.
Yeah.
That was his goal. Yeah.
Wow.
Because he was 600 pounds.
600?
I think so.
Holy smokes.
At his peak.
Because he's a big dude.
Yeah.
Tall dude, too,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Jelly Roll's 15 minutes have been up already.
Oh, no.
He's a very talented artist.
Famous.
Hold on. Let me rephrase it. I feel like Jelly Roll's 15 minutes, but clearly he's not. He's very famous.
Yeah.
That's all.
He's never been bigger, I don't think. He's doing stadiums on his own.
Stadiums, he's at WrestleMania, he's everywhere. I'm just saying, in my mind, TikTok.
They say heaviest weight, approximately 550 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
And they said he's lost 230 or something.
I think so.
What's he doing? Running?
Yeah, I mean,
running,
working
Well,
out,
probably
running, eating right,
Ozempic,
doing
and
all that
then
stuff.
his
He may be doing that too. Yeah.
dietitian.
He said the 5K is what got him to lose weight.
Really?
Jelly, by the way, is 6'1". He's 6'1".
Oh, I thought he was bigger.
Yeah.
Because he's standing next to that little wife all the time. So he just looks like a monster.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Mr. Roll.
But he's planning on doing the New York Marathon in November.
Well,
so he's got to be putting in some miles and doing some running.
yeah. Well, he does that Strava.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time him and Bert FaceTimed me when they were out running together.
Yeah.
And Jelly Roll's like, come on, you could do the 5K. I'm like, no, I'm in bed right now as you're calling me. And he goes, I'm going to hook you up with my Strava app. And you can do it. I was like, sounds good. And then I went, nope, there's no way.
According to this, he says he's not using any weight loss drugs. No Ozempic.
Oh, really?
That's what it says, yeah.
Okay.
He could easily do that. If you're 550 pounds and you start moving and eating better, you're going to be dropping weight like nobody's business.
Yeah.
True.
You know, and now that he's down to whatever 2 something, if he's running and if he's training for a marathon, he's putting in a lot of miles. He's burning a lot of calories, and I would imagine he probably has, like I said, nutritionists with him on the road, and doing all that. So he could lose a lot fast.
He's running 2 to 3 miles a day.
Good for him.
Yeah. Somebody who is getting better, they say. Christina Applegate said she's getting stronger every day following a report that she had been in the hospital.
Oh, good.
She said, "quote I'm taking a moment to focus on my health, but I'll be back with more to say soon enough." Which I was actually going to call my shot for her because they said that she was in the hospital and they said people are saying goodbye, basically.
Oof.
So I don't know. I say maybe next round if she goes in the hospital again, it's probably going to be doing
That's
it.
sad.
How exciting.
We just talked about it the other day because it was 420 and we were saying about all the different movies that, had to do Pineapple Express, this and that. Super Troopers, which we said Super Troopers, the first one was great.
Yeah.
Second one, terrible. Guess what? Here comes number 3.
Oh.
Yeah, the trailer for Super Troopers 3 dropped the other day. I saw it, and it's like, okay, but like we said, the second one was all, hey, remember what we did in the first one? This one was, okay, we'll see whether it's any good or not. The film is set to hit theaters on August 7th.
I don't know anybody that said or thought that was a good movie. The second
one? No,
Yeah.
no.
Every person that watched was like, oh, it was garbage. I
Yeah.
barely made it through it. I didn't even get through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I never saw anything.
Well, at least it was good enough to make a third one.
You never saw any of them?
Yeah.
Oh, the first one's funny. The first one is definitely good and funny.
It's stupid funny, but it's good.
Yeah. And then what was the one where they had Pina Coladaville or whatever, where it was supposed to be like the Margaritaville.
Yeah.
What was that called? I forget what that was called. And that was kind of funny.
Okay, so I know those guys. They were in the studio.
Yeah, Broken Lizard.
Yeah, Broken Lizard. Wasn't that the name of the place?
I think so.
But the movie,
Broken Lizard presents
yeah, something.
Yeah. Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but Super Troopers 3 will be out on August 7th. What was the name of that movie, Gio? Do you remember? Do you have it there?
It was it was a resort.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I can't find it.
I'll find it. Let me see.
Those guys are funny though. You ever see Beer or was it
Beer
not-
Fest.
Beer League?
Beer Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beer
It is,
Fest
yeah.
very funny.
Club Dread.
Club Dread.
Club Dread. Yeah, Beer Fest was great.
Yes.
That was really
so
funny.
dumb but so funny.
And makes you want to drink.
Yeah.
Totally makes you want to drink.
Are we going to Germany this year?
Probably not.
I mean, Bucks probably not, or
Bucks probably not.
yeah. I talked to Fran Hosh about that the other day because she's from there and she went there last time. And I
Yeah, I've never seen her. We saw her there.
I know, and I told her, I said, I already told my wife, Bucks go to Germany, we're going.
Yeah,
for sure.
We have to. But
Yeah.
the more I read, apparently it's not looking like that's the case.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for one, they don't like to repeat teams.
Right.
And they're teams that are more popular that are on the schedule.
All right.
Like they're thinking like the Giants because New York, big market.
Yeah.
So
Not worth going for a non-Bucks team.
no, I would
I
want to
would
go for
go.
my team for
Right.
sure. Just to go, just like hey NFL. No.
Right.
Isn't
no.
Detroit going?
Yes.
I mean,
And
you
we
could
play
just-
Detroit.
right. But I'm just saying, you could adopt.
No,
Nah.
no.
And Detroit has St. Brown, whose mother is German, and he and his brother both speak fluent German.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's probably a no-brainer. They're like, yeah, well, let's do this.
I mean, if the Ravens go, I have the shirt.
You do have
That
the
is
shirt.
true.
That's,
You can always
that's all
show
I
up with
think.
You
that.
can go for that.
Mike Calta show, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys this morning?
Good, what's happening?
Well, you're always talking about like the weight issue and stuff. I just wanted to share something with you that might help you a little bit.
All right.
Tai Chi walking and Tai Chi in the chair. My husband, for 2 years, stuck with intermittent fasting, intermittently,
Right.
and he went 298 pounds, and he's steady for over a year at 190.
Wow, that's
Nice.
great. And he's doing the chair Tai Chi?
All on the natch. All on the natch. I'm so proud of him. And he's 76 years old.
Wow, that's great. Good for him. I see that on the internet all the time, the Tai Chi in the chair.
Yeah, it's funny because you think, oh, well, Tai Chi, you're not moving very much, but any more movement than you're doing now helps. You see those little foot pads that you can do,
Yeah.
like the bicycle thing, whatever,
Amanda has one of those.
and just sit there and watch. But you're burning calories.
Yeah.
That's helping. They say even like bouncing your leg helps burn calories.
If that was the case, I would be a marathon. I'm a leg bouncer all day.
yeah.
I did something yesterday in the gym that I'm so proud
Oh,
of myself.
everybody, he went to the gym. You
Oh.
didn't know? You guys didn't know? Mike went to the gym yesterday.
Not only that, but I did something
you.
that made me so proud. I am willing to brag about it
All
on
right.
air.
All right.
I have a TV in the gym that has been off for 3 years because the remote control doesn't work, and it's a Roku TV, and I downloaded the Roku app, and I turned the TV on, and I was able to watch TV in the gym. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I was also on the treadmill, but I was able to. But the thing I'm most proud of is the fact that I was able to turn that TV on for the first time in 3 years.
That is exciting.
That is good.
How far are you walking?
Not very far, half a mile.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm
just starting slow.
Yeah, build it up.
My problem is, Carmen, is that I'm out of shape. I don't know if you noticed, but my back hurts really bad when I walk, like my lower back. So I have to kind of walk through that, get that taken care of.
So again, part of that would something that would help you would be stretching afterwards.
Right.
That makes a huge difference, and that will loosen up that muscle. And that way, when you're walking, it's not straining it.
Yeah. Well, I'm straining it right now, and but I know that it'll eventually loosen up. So.
Let's do a 5K by the end of the year.
I will commit to that.
Well, really?
Yeah, I would. I would commit to it. Yeah, because listen, I'm definitely on this. I'm on this serious health kick now. Not even so much for the weight loss portion, just because I'm getting old and getting unhealthy.
There's a lot of turkey trots. I know your wife does the turkey trots, and those are right there in November for.
Where do they do them?
All over
the place.
I am willing to do one, Gio. I will commit to it, and I will do it. Yeah.
All right. When I finished the Burt 5K, I felt great, and it was very hard for me. And I felt great afterwards.
Yeah.
Just,
And did you do another 5K after that?
Yeah.
It inspired you.
Yeah, it did. Now it's gone off the rails. It was short lived.
This could be our trip back.
But I did really feel a lot better about myself when I did that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want a medal? I got an extra medal over here.
It was a big sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm sure. Look, it's a big deal, especially if you're not a runner.
I guarantee you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
Right in your backyard. Baycare Wobble Turkey Trot in Lutz, Florida.
Yeah.
November 26th at 7 a.m. At the Tampa Premium Outlets.
We've
right up at the outlets.
Yep.
All right.
That's
right
the one
there.
we've done before.
You do that one. They got the Tampa YMCA Turkey Gobble 5K 1 mile you can do. That's on the 26th as well.
What's a 5K 1 mile?
No, it's a 5K or 1 mile.
Yeah. Oh, I got
so
you.
5K is 3.1 miles, or you can just do a 1 mile. A lot of times we'll do like a fun run walk, whatever.
Yeah, I'll do a run walk action.
You can do.
I have to tell you, I think now that Chad and I are up in that area, we want to do more things like in the community.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, what are you going to run for mayor now?
No, like the turkey trots and stuff like that. Just because the ones in Tampa, the traffic, like you were saying with Juliana's volleyball camp, the traffic is horrendous.
Are you saying you just want to stay up in that area?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's your hood now.
Right, and do stuff up there just because like in Tampa.
Get out of my town, man.
It's not your town anymore.
It's not. Gio, I promise you by the end of next year, I'm going to own this place.
Jeez.
You're going to move. You're going to end
No
up moving.
way. I love where I live.
I
Carmen,
do too.
I don't know if Galvin, if you have this still coming up in news, but did you see something that Chad needs to worry about? You especially need to worry about?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Rondé Barber got suspended.
For what?
For he's coaching football.
Okay.
And he was helping out the students.
Yep.
And as a help, he ended up violating rules.
Yep. So the Teddy Bridgewater, he was coaching down in Miami, and that happened to him. And like he didn't know, and he flat out came out and said, like, "Hey, I need donations because I spent 10,000 X amount of my own money getting Uber and food for the kids." And they were like, "Hey, you can't do that." So he got suspended. But now they put in place the Teddy Bridgewater rule where coaches can help. I don't know the total inside of it, the full effect. But what Chad and I did, actually, we started our own nonprofit.
Ah, smart.
So the nonprofit gives to the kids. That's where we collect the donations, and that's who gives back to the kids.
That's smart. I would like to donate to your nonprofit.
Thank you. It is called CC Sports Foundation. If anyone wants to, we don't really have much going. Like we have all the Cash Apps and Venmo and stuff, but CC Sports Foundation. If anyone wants to throw some money our way, we'd greatly appreciate it because 7-on-7 season is about to start. So usually, we bring snacks and water for the kids because it's in the summer. You know what I mean?
But the whole idea of you having to I remember when Joey played football. They had a whole slew of parents that were volunteering. So when they needed food for something or water for something, or everybody was always volunteering to do it. Now, I'd imagine your school, it's a lot harder.
Right, exactly. Like where your son went to school, there's a lot of parent help and participation. Our school, not so much.
Right.
So like when Chad and I first started, like the meals I was cooking we were paying for everything
Yeah.
out of our own pocket.
Yeah, and that's crazy because you're not rich.
No.
Well, Carmen, somebody could donate $1,000. Do it.
Are you sure you want to do it right this
you
second?
stink. You stink.
You started talking to me.
Your alarm went off. And
I
you weren't
knew you
even
messed it
ready.
up.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Wish. This hour's keyword is wish. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter WISH, WISH, before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours.
Well, there's already a picture of us up on Instagram of us
Turkey trot?
participating in the turkey trot.
All right.
I'm sure it's
Let's
great.
do it.
At the Mike Calta show in our stories. It's wonderful. Why? Question. For real though, what would stop us from doing our own?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
5K.
too. We totally could.
Yeah. I'm down.
Let's run through Ebor and call it the 5Gay. No, I don't know. We'll think of something. We'll come up with something
Yeah.
cool.
My wife's done the one right there at the premium outlets there.
What do they
Turkey Trot.
run through the outlets?
No, yeah, it goes around the whole area there.
Yeah, I'm walking right now. We'll see if I'm running.
No,
by
yeah,
there.
like I didn't run the whole way.
Yeah.
You kind of run a little bit and then walk and run a little bit more, walk, and then when you get to the end, that's when you kick it into gear.
I'm in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you do it at the finish line, so it looks like you ran the whole thing.
Right.
100%. You're like, make sure you get footage of me running.
Yeah.
Burn it at the end. Yeah, everybody's cheering. It's great.
Moose did the 5K.
Yeah.
The
Johnny
bird
B
5K.
did
Johnny
the 5K.
B, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
Good
of
for them.
people.
That's great.
I did the 5K.
Yeah.
Carmen, did you run it or no?
I ran/walked.
Okay.
At one point, I was literally running with Jason Kelsey
Yeah.
for like the first I don't know 100 yards, and then he just kept booking it, and I was like, "Yeah, my knees can't do this, buddy."
Wobbly knees
And
behind.
he was
Yeah.
chugging beers at every
Yeah.
step. It was great. It was fun. It
That's
was
a true
good time.
athlete right there.
Yeah. Don was here.
Yeah, if we do that, whatever, we could have our own and just like have little gravy stations and stuff.
Yeah. Listen to that.
Right?
Have
I'm
a
in.
Chibo at one stop, Esposito's at another.
Oh,
We
yeah.
call it the Big Guinea Trot.
Yeah, you got a carb load.
Yeah.
Because they do like the beer mile,
Sure,
so
yeah.
like every mile you gotta eat some type of like turkey or mashed potatoes, something,
Yeah. Well, it's only 3.1 miles, so we could do every half mile, so we get a nice meal going.
Yeah, I'm in.
What if we do the Mike Calta inaugural 3K? Is that a mile and a half?
Yeah, that would be around there.
Nobody seems excited about
Yeah.
that. Forget that idea. Let's back to 5.
D4VD, aka David, has officially been charged with first-degree murder and other crimes yesterday. He could get the death penalty.
Wow. Well, he killed a girl and stuffed her in the car.
Yeah.
So,
How long do you think it takes to record an album? Like,
well,
for
it
an actual
depends on
band?
who it was. Maybe about a month, 2 months.
You would think somewhere around there. Obviously Axl Rose with Chinese Democracy took
Years.
20 years or something. Some take a little longer, some take faster. Some took less than a week.
Oh, yeah.
I have some of the different albums that took less than a week to record, believe it or not. Please Please Me, The Beatles.
The Beatles,
Less than a week. Bringing It All Back Home, Bob Dylan, 1965, less than a week. Led Zeppelin, their first album, less than a week.
Wow.
Is that unbelievable? Especially whenever you think about all the songs, Good Times, Bad Times, Babe, Your Time is Gonna Come, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, Communication Breakdown, Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, but the thing is that it only takes 4 minutes to do one of those songs. And then it's deciding whether or not you like the take or not. I'll never forget when we talked to Joe Elliott from Def Leppard and they were doing a live album. I go, so what do? You pick a live, like a big major city, like one from New York, one from Philadelphia, one from LA, one from London. And he goes, no. He goes, we just listen to it. We hear one we like. We go, that'll do. And I go, one time, he goes, yeah, we only listen to it one time. If it sounds like it's a good cover, we just pick it no matter where it's from.
Yes. But then you also have bands that go in, you got to punch this in, you got to
sure.
do this, do this exactly. And they're not recording live. They're
Right.
recording all the different stuff. We're doing vocals this day. We're doing drums this day. You got to get the drum sound. You got to move all around. I mean,
Sure,
it's
sure.
crazy what some people go into. But you realize when you hear some of these huge albums that were recorded in less than a week. Ramones
Yeah.
was recorded in less than a week. Black Sabbath recorded in less than a week. Let's see, The Doors.
maybe it's telling you guys you're putting too much into your
Too
albums.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're losing that live feel and you're losing that energy and stuff. This is pretty interesting. A huge concert is coming, and it's coming to St. Pete. They're going on tour. Carmen, play a little music for me. I would go to that.
Shut this garbage off.
I don't know.
It's called the Totally Tubular Festival.
I was gonna guess Fergs. I was gonna say, what are they, Fergs?
They're going to be at Fergs.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an 80s fan, and I mean, I was thinking about this yesterday. If you're somebody who grew up in that music, just to go there and see them do 1 or 2 songs
Yeah,
each would probably
that's all
be
you
great.
need.
Yeah,
That's all you need. And you're out there,
my
you're
thoughts
drinking,
were,
it's summertime.
when are they getting paid to do that? Like, because you're not, if you're Thomas Dolby, you're doing 2 songs. If you're, Tommy
much all of them.
Two-Tone, you're doing 1 song.
Yeah.
What are you getting paid for that? You getting paid a couple $100?
I don't know.
I know.
I mean,
Is it
because think
worth
about
it?
it. If you're having Thomas Dolby, Flock of Seagulls, the Motels, the Producers, Animotion, Escape Club, and Tommy Two-Tone, so that's 7 bands.
Right.
I couldn't imagine you're paying more than 5
Give me the bands one at a time.
Thomas Dolby,
Blinded me with science. Go ahead.
Flock of Seagulls,
And I ran.
the Motels.
I don't know that. What do the Motels sing? Carmen, do you know?
The Motels?
Yeah. Like, can you pull it up in Spotify?
Yeah. 1 second.
The Motels.
I bet we do know.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure we
we're
do.
like, I don't know. Let me see.
Oh, Jesus, I could do it faster than
I
that.
got it.
Do you?
What is going on?
So this is
Only the Lonely.
That's it.
yes, this is their top hit. I have
Oh, ugh.
Slow it down, everybody.
Yeah. All right, you can shut this garbage off.
it.
All right, what's the next one?
The Producers.
I don't know that. Do you know that one, Carmen?
I do not. Let me type it in.
The Producers. What He Got. I Love
What?
Lucy.
Yeah. Nope.
Session.
You're my obsession.
Mhm.
You are my obsession.
Yeah.
What do you want me to be? Okay.
Yeah, see, you're already
Yeah,
in, right?
yeah. Yeah, but then that's it.
Well, yeah.
If they're gonna play me 5 songs, I gotta sit through 4 garbage songs to get to that one.
Escape Club. Wild Wild West.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
A lot of line dancing.
And then Tommy Two-Tone. 8675309, baby.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If you can guarantee each band will only do 2 songs, I'll go.
Probably.
Okay.
I can't imagine they're doing full sets. Like, I saw something that was similar to this, and they had like Billy Ocean and this and that, and it was just a couple songs from each band.
All right.
They just play their hits.
Yeah.
That's the type of show that I want to be able to sit, eat chicken wings,
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
drink a couple beers, and watch the show.
All right.
And wear some jams and,
Yeah.
some sunglasses and stuff and go out there and party.
Okay.
And then finally, in news, I know we need to get to Dom. If we want to take a break and come
Yeah,
back and
what
do
do we
this,
got?
whatever, I have some new music for you guys.
Okay, yeah, let's take a break. We'll have Ask the Dom in the studio with us next, and then we'll get to the new music. We got a lot of show left to do all these things in. In the 9 o'clock hour, my friends from Forgotten Angels are coming by. If you want to get through, you got a question for Ask the Dom, the phone lines are wide open right now. 800-771-1025. That's 800-771-1025. Ask the Dom is in the studio next on 1025 The Bone. Ask the Dom is in the studio with us. If you'd like to get through and talk to him, if you have a question, 800-771-1025. Not a phone call on the line. Lines are wide open. If you want to get through, you get straight through right now. 800-771-1025. Ask the Dom fresh back on the show. Did you have a good time on the cruise?
It was fantastic, Mike.
It was, right?
Oh, it was wonderful. In fact, I think it needed to be one more day long. Just one more day.
I'll tell you, Dom, I was thinking the same thing. I felt like it went way too quick, and I felt like we had more energy left in us. We could squeeze another day out, but it's making me look forward to next year even more.
Absolutely. You don't have to go crazy with a 7-dayer, but just you sneak one more day in, maybe another port of call, or
even a day at sea would be happy.
Yes, that's perfect. Just a little too quick. Plus, I did great on the craps. We gave a little bit back on the last day because Johnny B was throwing the dice all over the place.
Right, I understand.
I would have liked to have sobered him up and maybe gone back in there and see what could have happened otherwise.
All I know is that I've pulled a lot of good moves, and I don't know how you get away with it. How did you end up getting to bring the hot sister-in-law with you?
So she came with Mama's, of course. Desi is going through a divorce. So I said, listen,
the hot single sister-in-law.
I said, get out of your head a little bit. Come on the cruise. You hang out. You got great listeners. Be 300 of us. Whatever the group was, and you get to see a lot of the relax what we do. You get a chance to relax. You've got the crew, a lot of radio personalities, what have you. And then just get away for a few hours or a couple days, and so ultimately she kind of was going back and forth. I don't know if she was going to go. We finally got her in, and communicating. Diane is great. She was just wonderful.
The best.
So yeah, she had a good. Desi had a good time. Mr. Sansoni had a good time. Everybody, it was wonderful. It was just too short. That's my own.
Well, the next one will be here before you know it. And if you'd like to get on that cruise, you just email caltacruise@gmail.com, and Diane will get back to you. There are several hundred people already booked for next year. Robert Kelly has been announced as our headliner. More comedians are being added to the show. Pitbull Toddler is performing. It's going to be fantastic. That is the big 20th anniversary of the Calta cruise. Not many people can pull off a cruise. Less people could pull off 20 cruises.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it. All right, let's get to some of these phone calls. Let's go to Todd. You were so close to being first. Let's go to Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. You're on with Ask Don. What do you got?
Hey, how's it going there, Don? My question for you is, I'm disabled. I lost my legs in a hit-and-run motorcycle accident about 7 years ago.
You lost both of them, sir?
Yes.
Holy
both
smokes.
legs at the knees down. Needless to say, at first I wasn't working for the first year, so I was collecting the $1,200 a month for the disability. Then I started working. I had to report that, which I did. And then about 2 years after the accident, after about a year and a half of working, they took away the disability from me. I lost, any of that income and benefits as I was getting from them, which was, again, only $1,200 a month. But needless to say, they said that I got a letter saying that they overpaid me $25,000, and I've been trying to appeal it. And just recently, this year, they just took my whole tax return, the whole $6,900 that I was supposed to get back.
So when you say, well, who is they you're talking about? You talking about the federal government, or you got the special?
Yes, the federal government.
Okay. All right, no problem, because there's a lot of
Social Security, I guess.
Okay.
Basically, just took.
Well, what was the reason why they? I mean, obviously, with the injury, that certainly qualifies as a disability. Why, to your understanding, did they stop paying you? What were you making more money?
I started working and I was making like $1,300 a month, and because that's over the $1,200 that they give you, they allow you to do that for like 6 months to a year.
Right.
And then they're supposed to, I guess, stop payments and stuff. But I guess the system of theirs is so backed up that they don't catch it till like a year or two later. And then apparently now I'm owe them $25,000 that they overpaid me.
So you never notified them
allegedly.
You never notified them allegedly that you had gotten a better paying job.
No, I did notify them. That's what I had to do. So they were getting all my pay stubs and everything. They knew that I was employed, everything of that nature.
All right. And then how did you do that? Was it in writing, email, letters?
Yes, sir. Okay. It was in writing, email, correct.
All right, send all that into the office, because what we have to do is we have to contest the lien, the amount that they've already confiscated some money because of the tax return. So the remaining balance, in essence, is a lien that the federal government's claiming on you because of the alleged overpayment, although you gave them notice. Now, the problem is that if you gave them notice, but you were still receiving the payments. Now, I don't know if that was a direct deposit or were you physically getting checks and cashing the checks?
Right, it was direct deposit.
All right, so you're still getting the direct deposits coming in, and you're still utilizing those funds, correct?
I was.
All right, so the issue there is those are taxpayer
attacked
funds.
by seagulls right now, sir?
That sounds like he's outside. He's relaxing on the beach. He's on the cruise already, Mike. Yeah. He's already on cruise 20.
I'm actually in a mall parking lot.
He's on cruise 20. Email me, if you don't mind, the correspondence and letters that you received from the government. There is someone in my network who is fantastic. His name is Richard Osborne. He does a lot of our disability type claims, and he's going to be wonderful for you to connect with. So email me those letters. Let me take a look at those. and then I'll put you guys together because we want to contest that to the best that we can, or at least maybe can confine the damage, maybe not have to pay back so much.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be great.
All right,
good luck to you, buddy.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
All right, take it easy. There you go. All right, let's go to Kelly on line 3. Kelly, good morning. I want to ask Don, what do you got, Kelly?
Good morning.
Hi.
I'm having issues with a property management company. We are renting, obviously, and this new company took over in the fall. In the summertime, we had to have the old property management company replace the refrigerator and the stove and the dishwasher because they're from like the 1980s and they failed. So they replaced the refrigerator and the stove with used appliances from some company up in Newport Richey. Total crap. Okay, the oven almost started a fire. The filament went. So they came and replaced that. And my boyfriend was talking about the crappy work they did on fixing these appliances, and like he was just showing them the handles on this door and refrigerator, how they just used some kind of cement putty on it, and they weren't broken or anything. They were just a little loose. So they took it upon themselves as a new property management company to come in, replace the door handles, and now they're trying to charge us. I'm like, we never asked for them to be replaced. They weren't broken. And they kept going back and forth with us. I have all the email correspondence, and she kept contradicting herself. First, she said, please read your lease agreement. On the lease, it just says, if we break it, we have to pay for it. Understandable. We would be more than happy to. In this case, we did not break it. They just came in, and then she would say preventative maintenance. So I told them, like, nowhere in the lease does it say that we are required to pay for preventative maintenance. So we come home on Thursday, and there's a notice on our door that if we don't pay $500 now, they're going to start eviction process.
Well, that's interesting because they might be breaking the terms and conditions of their own lease. So
right, that's what it seems like.
yeah, you need to send me a copy of the lease, and then a nice little letter needs to be sent to those folks from an attorney in network, probably Christina Lund, who does our landlord tenant, does our real estate law, and says, hey, you'll go ahead and show us where in the lease this demand for $500 is warranted. And if they can articulate that, then you circle back with the clients or you, and you say, okay, based on this subsection or this paragraph, yeah, you're going to have to. But if there's nothing in there for preventative maintenance, they replace the items, because obviously a part of your lease is you have to have appliances, and they have to function. Correct. Right? We've got to have habitability status there, or else they're breaking their part of the lease, a duty to provide a safe and substance place in which to rent. That's the onus, that's the duty on the landlord. So send a copy of the lease, and then a copy of the notice or the letter. So if you can scan and email that to, you go through my website, acidom.com, or my personal email is just my first name, Dominic, Dominic, at acidom.com. Let me look at the lease. Let me see what the notice is. I'll connect you with our lawyers that do landlord tenant again, and then just so maybe it's even a quick phone call. A lot of times you don't have to get too crazy with attorney's fees. Just give them a call and say, hey, what are you doing to one of our listeners? That again, it doesn't always have to be nasty, right? Doesn't always have to be litigious. Okay.
Make it nasty, Dom.
Well, it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy that, Calvin. I mean, I am in a suit. It's early, Dom, today because I've got to go to court. So trust me, in about an hour, you'll hear me screaming and hollering in the courthouse. I do enjoy that. Don't get me wrong, but it's not always necessary. Mike and the fellas know me for a long time. If you need a lawyer, I'll say, all right, you need one. If I can help and it's not too crazy, well, we'll do that too. Or if it's something that you can do on your own, I always let the listeners know. I want you to save your money if you don't need, you don't need to spend it on an attorney or chaos or whatever have you. But email that stuff so we've got a baseline to see if we make a call or something, try to help you out a little bit.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes,
good luck. The number at the office is 813-251-5550, or you can always go to askthedom.com. Let's try and squeeze a couple more phone calls in. Good morning. You're on Ask the Dom. What do you got?
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
My question for Dom is, has he heard about the news convicted felon in Florida is unconstitutional for nonviolent felons.
I'm not quite sure what you're referencing, but whatever it is, if you want to send it to me, if you want to email it, I'll be more than happy to look at it.
The Florida Attorney General has asked the appeals court to change their verdict on a case based on a gentleman that had possession of a firearm by convicted felon. He was a nonviolent felon, and he says that he's asking the Florida appeals court to overturn the verdict based on the law being unconstitutional for nonviolent felons.
Unconstitutional. It's unconstitutional.
Yeah, so I think what he's saying is that the convicted felon had a weapon, but the felony was a nonviolent crime. And if I understand, and I'm not familiar with the case, I haven't been tracking it, but I'll be more than happy, to look in. I mean, obviously, if it's an appeal, you're waiting for a ruling. If the Attorney General,
right? I didn't know if you had heard about the ruling, or if there was a ruling brought down.
I hadn't heard if a decision has been made. I can certainly look into it, but it's an interesting point. It says, okay, if you're a convicted felon, but the felony was not of a violent nature, does that then is that different than it being a violent felony for purposes of possessing a firearm? Because in both scenarios, you're still a convicted felon, and you're not supposed to have a firearm if you are convicted. So they're trying to make a distinction between the level of felonies for the underlying charge, which is an interesting argument. And I don't know if a ruling's come down, but I can look into it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, let's go to line 2. Good morning, you're on Ask Dom. What do you got?
They dropped off.
Question about the IRS real quick.
All right.
Yes, it is the season. April is the season for the IRS.
Well, my wife and I have had private insurance for the last 8 years. When we filed our taxes for 2024, we got a kickback stating that we had Florida Blue Cross, whatever, due to Marketplace. They charged us $6,400 and something dollars. We've been fighting. They said it was illegally signed up with a zero premium policy. That way we wouldn't know. Marketplace says it's Florida Blue's problem. Florida Blue says it's Marketplace. They keep blaming on anyone, and we had to pay that money while they were adding fees and penalties on it, and no one will take accountability for the fraudulent sign up.
All right, so again, because taxes is very convoluted, but I also have Florida Blue in the sense, Blue Cross Blue Shield. So did you not buy it? Is this something that was fraud? No. When you said fraudulent, you guys did not purchase this. Somebody else did?
Correct, because we had private insurance for the last 8 years.
All right. So what you're saying is that this wasn't ours. That this shouldn't be part of the tax calculation. But everybody's kind of pointing the finger at it. So what happens in this scenario is you want to mitigate your damages. So for folks listening, is that while you're contesting something with the IRS, the longer you contest it, if you pass a threshold date in time, you're going to have interest and penalties. Much like contesting a credit card, but not paying, on something, and you're going to get the interest attacking. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you contain or mitigate your damages so you don't have the interest and penalties. And even if you don't agree with it, you just don't want that to keep calculating in the back, adding up. Now, ultimately, once you sort through everything, and let's say you're correct, and hope you are, and you come out, you then will get that credit in some capacity that you can apply to your 2025s. So, there has been instance where, in my scenario, I've overpaid or there's been a contested whatever, and then they'll want to send me a refund. I says, no, hold on to it. Roll that over into the next year. So don't let it aggravate you in the sense that, hey, I got to pay this and I don't want to, because you can still down the road work out a scenario where you can get credit for it. However, then I don't have enough time on the morning show, but you need to send me the information and documents, because we do have tax folks in network that can kind of get into this and figure it out for you, because it's going to be a series of emails and communication and phone calls with the IRS to solve the problem. But the general answer to your question is don't let that aggravate you, because you can always recoup that, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah. we paid it, but the IRS won't send us, other than the lien, won't send us any paperwork, and neither Marketplace or Florida Blue won't send us any correspondence email either to show what I've been fighting for the last 9 months.
Did you request it in writing, certified mail?
I did.
Okay,
and I had them on three-way together.
That is interesting. Okay, well, it's time to get a lawyer. I mean, that's a. I mean, if they're not going to provide you documents,
I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not going to provide you documents, then you're not going to be. They have to work with you in that regard. That's
Dom. Pick a number between 1 and 11, and I will take one last phone call.
Boozer's favorite number, 7.
All right, Mike Calta show. Good morning. I want to ask Dom what he got.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Good.
Carmen.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, not much. So I have this question. I bought my new construction house. A year later, I refinanced it. Now, the new bank went ahead and paid my updated taxes because, new construction, you just get taxes on dirt when you first buy it. They paid my updated taxes, which was $5,000, but they didn't enroll that new updated information into my new payment. So then they sold the loan. And a year later, I am like $10,000 short on my escrow because of this bank's error. The question is, do I have any recourse where I can get that company to help me out and get me out of this jam?
Well, you have recourse if there was in fact an error. Right. You just have to go back. So it's interesting because you bought the property, then you refinance relatively quickly within 1 year. And then they sell the notes. And I've had properties where I've had different banks. And then I had one bank that went out of business. I actually paid the government for 6 months, which a lot of people just don't do. But I sent payments, Ian, because until they kind of got their act together. So this scenario, unfortunately, is more common than it should be. But yeah, if they did make a mistake, there is a way to account for that, and it would be just out of small claims because it's an amount of $8,000, but it'll be in the county court level. Not that I want to throw you in the county court, but like the other listeners before you, you need to send in the information as far as the refinance paperwork, the escrow.
Yeah, I got that.
How much did the escrow go up per month? You said 10,000, but
my payment jumped up $1,100 because they have me paying back what I owed because they advanced me because I was so short on my escrow, and then they obviously added my new payment, so another $500 a month in escrow. So my payment jumped $1,100, which caused me to get into trouble with them because now my payment went from $2,300 to $3,400 1 month to the other.
And
it's been a mess.
Were you paying that? Were you still making those monthly payments?
I initially paid it. I worked something out with the bank in order to kind of get me current again, but it's caused me issues with my credit. Yeah. The original bank, I reached out to them and I told them what happened. He goes, "Well, that's not our error. That's a mistake. That's we're not responsible." So they're not willing to take any responsibility. So I figure, well, if I talk to an attorney, maybe someone way smarter than me can figure this out.
Well, a lot of these institutions will have what's called errors and omissions policies, E&O policies, and a lot of times when you start talking to folks, it's all right. We need your errors and omissions policy information, and then they kind of shift gears a little bit. All right, this is somebody that's talked to somebody that's been in the industry, and then they kind of you might loosen them up a little bit, But either
that's what I'm hoping.
Write that down. Error and omissions, E&O policy for you listening, folks. Listen, that's a good little trick. You just mentioned, well, if you're not going to work with me, I'd like to have your error and omissions policy. Send you on over, and they're like, oh, wait, let's negotiate. And it's like it flips a switch. So little tip there. But again, send the information over. Let me take a look at it. But that's one suggestion. Yes, and the other suggestion is, all right, let's see exactly what we can do to help you out.
All right, buddy.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, guys.
Dominic at AskTheDom.com, or you can call 813-251-5550, and Dom will hook you up there. What do you got coming up on your show tomorrow night?
Well, tomorrow night we're going to be soliciting for new staff and employees. So I like to put it out, Mike, on the program. If you are a legal receptionist, If you are a legal assistant, if you are a paralegal,
who we lose at the office.
So Miss Emily is going to be, and again, this is all by design. So that is Bill Sansoni's stepdaughter. But she is, moving to a different area. She's been with us a long time, and she was only supposed to be with us for a certain period of time. And she's, venturing into a new area, and so we've got to replace her. And then there's a couple other folks that may be moving around or shifting the roles, but
Buttons isn't leaving, is she?
Pumpkins.
No, Buttons.
Who's Buttons? Who's Buttons?
What about Nipples?
Nipples, yeah.
Skeezer? Is Skeezer leaving?
Skeezer, no. So, but you guys are, I love you guys. Legal assistant, legal receptionist, paralegal. If you want to email your resume
remember when Skeevy used to work there? So we got rid of Skeevy,
Whatever happened to him?
Yeah.
No one's going to email me now. They're going to say, these guys are nuts.
What is email?
It's just my email, askthedom.com or dominic@askthedom.com. I figure you got the number one morning show. If I want to look for good folks to hire, this would be the platform to announce it.
All right. Well, hey, if you need to get through, call the office, 813-251-5550 or askthedom.com. And Dom, thank you very much. We will check back in with you next week.
Thank you very much, Mike. Gio, coordinating me, getting me in early today for court. I very much appreciate you guys accommodating me and looking out for the clients.
No
Thanks,
problem.
guys.
Good luck in court. We'll take a quick break. Galvin's got new music. We'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
I have some new music for you guys.
I love new music, and I haven't heard new music in a while.
This is a huge artist.
All right.
A lot of people throw around the word legend. Oh. This is a legendary artist.
Okay.
This is new music, and I'm going to play it for you, and I think you'll probably be able to get it pretty quickly.
All right.
And then I want you to tell me whether you like it or not.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
So we're going to go ahead and listen. New music on the Mike Calta Show. Here we go.
With this tear, how they want.
It is Prince.
I wasn't sure if it was Prince or not.
Yes. This is a new Prince single called With This Tear that was recorded back in November of 1991 at Paisley Park. And it's been newly mixed and mastered and stuff. And it's, a very kind of slow, middle of the road song, whatever.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not the funky Prince that we like.
That's what you want to hear from Prince.
Exactly.
You don't want to hear slow.
Yeah, if you're gonna go and master some stuff and engineer it all and mix it and do all that stuff, give me something good.
Also, do you feel that it's worth doing if it was never released because these are things that maybe Prince thought I don't want to have put out?
Yeah, I don't know, because they say he has tons of stuff that he was constantly recording, doing stuff. And there's probably a bunch of stuff that's great that he was like, yeah, maybe I'll save this for the next album, or this doesn't fit with this track listing, so this will go. I'm going to do a more funky album on this one, or I'm going to do a more this type album, whatever. So it may not just be like he didn't like it or didn't think it was good enough to put out, just not right now.
Well, I don't like that one.
But then who's making that decision? Because whoever made that decision
Joe
should not have. We want something else.
I don't like that song, and I feel like if you're going to get something from Prince, especially after he's dead, it should be something uplifting and funky.
Yeah.
Anybody that I know that had the screening of that Michael Jackson movie last night?
Oh yeah,
I would like to see that.
Yeah, that's I think going to be interesting for sure.
The only thing I don't like is when they make like biopics and stuff about people after they're gone, because then we can't get their reaction to it.
Well, you don't really make a biopic out of somebody while they're alive. I mean, that's kind of you kind of do it to you can be kind of do it to celebrate their death. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, usually, like, I think the best part of those is when they go back to the artist and they say, oh, yeah, that happened, or, oh, that was great, or that is nothing like the way it was.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's just interpretation of somebody else's perspective.
Sure. Yeah, but there's a lot of people that were involved that were there and know what was going on. I mean, I'm sure that they, talked to Quincy Jones and talked to this person, talked to that. And there's a lot of stuff that's documented that we know about. We know about the Pepsi thing and his hair catching on fire and how that went down. And, so.
Or I'll tell you, think about all the things that were. I mean, Carmen, you have no idea what it was like to live during the time of Michael Jackson.
No.
I mean, everything everything was Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
He was there has been no star in my lifetime that has equaled the popularity of Michael Jackson, not even Taylor Swift. Like
Because
sure?
Carmen,
yes,
positive.
because there wasn't as many artists either back then. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously there were a lot of different artists and stuff, but now it seems like everybody and their brother has a YouTube channel or this or that. There's a lot of.
But that's why I think like Taylor Swift would be considered more popular because she's competing against more people.
Listen, she may on paper be more successful, but the Michael Jackson mania that swept this country, there was nothing like it. Everything was Michael Jackson. The music, the videos, the commercials, the award shows. I mean, people walking around with one glove. People were putting Jerry curl in their hair. I mean, it was those stupid jackets that he wore in all the videos.
And Carmen, I'm not talking about whether she's better or whether she's more popular. I'm saying there was less, so it was more concentrated on him.
I think Michael Jackson had a broader appeal, definitely like age range. Whereas like Taylor Swift is like a young crowd. Michael Jackson was across the board.
Everybody.
Also because Michael Jackson was a child star, so our parents knew who he was from that. And then we knew who he was as an emerging star at the time, just as a solo artist.
Right.
And the
age range of fandom was like across the board.
Right.
There.
And it was you couldn't even imagine trying to get tickets to go to see a Michael Jackson
There
show.
was no one as big as Michael Jackson except before Elvis. When Elvis was there, he was like the big star that appealed to all generations, and
Like,
Michael Jackson was the next one.
I would say Taylor Swift falls in icon status. Like she will go down in history as one of the biggest artists in the history of the world. But still, I don't think anybody touches Michael. I think Elvis and Michael are probably the only two that are in that category.
Yeah.
Like people were, how people still go to Elvis's house and they still go check out Elvis's house. That's what they would do for Michael Jackson. Like
Beatles.
that's the kind of thing. Yeah. And the Beatles. Yeah. You're right. The Beatles.
But like single artists, yeah.
Even groups. I think even the Beatles are probably it's the Beatles, Elvis, and Michael Jackson. There was Madonna, there was Prince, and they were huge, but not as big as what Michael did.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael was doing those Pepsi commercials, and then the whole idea of his hair catching on fire during the commercial made it even more of a legend.
Yeah.
Choice of a new generation.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They're not gonna talk about any of the scandals, any of the kid stuff
in the movie.
It's funny because
that's
John
being left
Brennan
out.
just texted me and he goes, "I feel like they're going to leave a lot of the stuff out of Michael Jackson movie." And I go, "I heard it ends with the little kid going into the bedroom. He follows in, the screen just goes black.
The door just closes slowly, like in The Godfather.
Yeah.
I'm going to go around the room. Gio, we'll start with you. Michael Jackson, child molester or not?
Yes.
Galvin?
Yes.
Carmen?
No.
Joe?
No.
I also think no.
But here's the problem with that.
To what degree?
Yes.
That's the
is
thing.
because you can make all the excuses and he never grew up and da-da-da-da-da, this and that. It was still a man in bed with kids. There's no denying that. There's no denying he was in bed with other people's children,
but being
tickling and doing all that stuff.
Inappropriate.
Yes.
Not molesting.
Yes.
That's how I feel. Look at me. You guys got mad at me and gave me a hard time because I rolled down the window to look at two kids in a car that I thought was cute. Like, when you drive by and you see a dog and you're like, oh, look at that dog. That's what I do with kids. Like, oh, little kids so cute. I love kids. I love babies. I love little kids. I being in a bed with a bunch of little babies. I know it sounds awful to say, but that would be. But it's not sexual at all. Like it's not. I have no sexual feelings about children.
Not you.
No, I'm talking about me. Like I love little kids.
But
I
also,
love to play games. I love to,
Yeah, but also you're smart enough where you're not going to be in bed with a bunch of other people's little kids.
Listen, the theory is he was trying to save kids from Epstein Island, and that's why the elites and the media attacked him to get access to those kids that he was actually protecting.
Here's why I don't believe that. Because Michael Jackson was way bigger than anything at the time. If Michael Jackson held one press conference and said, I believe kids are being
you can't do that.
Kidnapped, and he could do that.
No.
Carmen, he was so big, Carmen. He was bigger than the president. He could have done anything at the time.
Nope. I am telling
the guy survived two child molestation allegations.
Why hasn't it come out until 2025 or 2024, whatever, about Epstein, when this has been going on since the 80s and 90s? because the higher ups have more power. They controlled his popularity. They controlled how big he was.
They were the gatekeepers.
I'm not going to say you're wrong because who
knows? And again,
it's
I don't
crazy situations that happen. You go, there's no way, and then you find out and you go, oh my god. So who knows? But yeah, I think he did stuff that was inappropriate and could be considered molesting kids.
Like what?
Well, the one kid was able to describe what his wiener looked like.
Yes, very specifically.
But here's what he said.
He had the blemishes,
here was the key.
dead on, and then when they searched him, it matched up.
But Michael Jackson has vitiligo, and that's available to see on his skin. That's present. That's not necessarily his privates. And the kid, especially if he's being coached by his parents, you say, or whoever, you say he's got splotchy skin because you know that's something that they're going to see if he's got vitiligo.
Maybe he doesn't have it there. You know what I mean? Vitiligo.
He has it everywhere else on his body but there.
No. You can have vitiligo. You can have it just on one arm. You can have it. It doesn't cover your whole body. So that's a shot in the dark that you're saying maybe, maybe not.
I remember that. I'm pretty sure that he was able to describe in great detail, and then they settled for like $20 million.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't.
But
I
we
know that they had to take pictures of his penis.
And that was the big thing, and that he was able. They took pictures and examined him, and matched up.
But Mike says all the time, sometimes it's just easier to settle, to make it go away.
Yeah,
you know
especially if you're worth $100 million and you're like, here, just make it go away.
Especially if a kid describes your wiener.
Exactly. Whether he took a shot in the dark or not.
I think I remember that correctly.
Yeah, you might be right, Gio. It's just, it's hard for me to believe. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just hard for me to believe. And my gut tells me that it didn't happen, that he was a weird dude and probably did some inappropriate things as far as spending time with strange children in bed and running around and playing with them and stuff. But I don't believe it was sexual in nature. That's just my opinion.
Hold on. You're telling me that the guy that wore a captain's jacket and brought a monkey to the Grammys is doing weird stuff with kids?
Right.
I can't believe that.
But also, I think like one of the biggest things that sticks out to me is like Macaulay Culkin. Everyone like accused Michael Jackson of doing things with him, and he has stood his ground till this day. Michael Jackson never touched
Corey
him.
Feldman too.
Yeah. Exactly, never touched him, never did anything.
And Corey Feldman was the one you take a shot at.
Sorry, you're gross.
No, but again, all these other kids were the kids that didn't make it. All these other kids were the ones that...
Well, the ones that were not famous.
Exactly, that weren't famous, didn't make it, so now they have a grudge, now they have a reason to go after this man who's worth millions of dollars. And then on top of that, they do that documentary on Netflix, and they do it after he's dead, so he can't defend himself.
Yeah, but also, Carmen, Macaulay Culkin and what's his name may be lying. They may be lying. They don't want people to know that they got molested by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Maybe,
because when I told you guys I got molested, you all made fun of me and turned it around on me like it was my fault.
Again.
Yeah.
I think that, but I'm still listening to Thriller.
Oh, 100%.
I listen to R. Kelly.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Stop that. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Quincy. I just have a statement on that.
Yeah.
If Michael Jackson was really touching kids, right? Why isn't his name in the Epstein files? You know what I mean?
No, because
he may not
have known Epstein. That doesn't even make sense. They could have just not had any.
Oh, he was the number one rock star in the world. I'm sure he knew Epstein.
It would make sense for him to be in the files if he was part of that.
Yeah, if he had something to do with Epstein. If he didn't know Epstein and wasn't in that circle. And also, if you're that big and you're as big as Michael Jackson was, you don't need Epstein to get kids. And you don't need, you're doing it all in private in your own Neverland ranch.
Yeah, he has Neverland. Who needs an island?
Yeah,
and Epstein is going to mention any celebrity that he thinks is going to influence whoever he's in front of.
Yeah, all of these names that are popping up in the Epstein files are just mentioned. Whether they're for they were frequenting the island or they were somebody he was just a business associate with.
Yeah, and that's a big difference. Is a lot of people are confusing the Epstein emails with Epstein files, where it's saying what happened and all that type of stuff. Where emails, they're just like, "Hey, do you want to go see Joe Rogan tonight?" Now all of a sudden,
Joe Rogan's in it. Yeah. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How you doing, Mike?
What's happening?
Yeah, good, man. It's funny because my wife likes, she loves Taylor Swift, and we used to talk about, what is, who is bigger, Michael Jackson, and just to give you some, you probably guys know this because you guys know music. So, but Taylor Swift in 5 different albums sold about 49 to 55 million copies. Michael Jackson sold over 500 million
of one record.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And no, I'm talking about of everything. over $100 million of just Thriller.
Right.
$70 million in 1982. Didn't have social media, all these avenues that you don't even have to. I mean, think about it. It was just like you were saying, commercials and other stuff. I mean, obviously, people are watching TV more than
but people also aren't buying music
you
as
can't
much.
compare
Yeah,
because
there's
it's
a lot
different
of different.
era.
Still, I get what the guy's saying. It's not
For sure.
It's not that she's not huge and she's not really big, but he was he eclipsed everybody. He was way above everybody.
It's a lot like the Jordan, thing, whatever, where people are like, "Oh, who's better, this and that, and everything." I think it was just Jordan was so above everybody else at the time in the league that it was crazy.
Different times, different circumstances. You can't really compare.
I mean, you take a 25-year-old LeBron James and drop him back into the 90s and stuff, and you go, "What is this?
Yeah.
This is some sort of monster that's coming at us,"
Mike Calta, I almost said Michael Jackson show. Mike Calta show. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, MJ? I was calling. You guys were talking about Epstein this morning.
Mike Calta show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
What's up, sir?
I just want to be on the same side as Mike and saying that I love little kids too. I was married, have 3 kids. Little kids are the most adorable things on this planet.
He's on your side.
Little puppies.
I feel like you're a shifty, sir. I feel like I wouldn't keep my kids around.
I'm not sure. I got my wife sitting here with me.
I'm just
she
kidding.
can concur that we love little kids.
Yeah, there. You can have an innocent love for children. Jesus loved children. You can have an innocent love for kids, and you can, admire them and want to make them happy, but not have any sexual.
I just want to say
whatsoever.
I'm with Mike. I love little kids.
Come on now.
Hey, Mike, maybe we should text each other some pictures and videos and stuff. You want to get on my group here?
Get out of here. Come on now. All right, I got to take a break. If you want to get through, 800-771-1025. We started the Calta Family Foundation some years ago, and one of the organizations we work the most closely with is the folks from Forgotten Angels, who take care of kids who have aged out of foster care and kids who are on the streets with no families. And these guys have some events going on. They're going to stop by and talk to us about that when we come back from break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. We got a lot of stuff going on here in the community and some stuff we like to tie in with whenever we can. And our friends from Forgotten Angels are here. How are you guys doing?
I'm great, Mike. It's good to be here.
What do you have going on? What are we up to?
We've got a lot. We just opened our new home, 3,700 square feet for girls that have aged out of foster care, at risk, and homeless.
Now, let me give everybody a my point of view of what I've seen. These are there is somewhere in Valrico. There is this giant plot of land, which is a beautiful piece of land with a lake and just a nice little country-looking area. And what they've done on this property is they've put a house and a bunch of tiny houses, and they have these kids who have aged out of foster care. For those of you who don't know, when you're in the foster care system, you're taken care of until you're 18, and then when you're 18, they pretty much say, congratulations, you're 18, and give you a big boot right out on the streets. And if you're not somebody who has a stable family and a stable income and a support system, you're most likely going to end up back on the streets. Mm-hmm. And these folks at Forgotten Angels have found this group of people. This is why we love doing work with you guys, is because there's this group of these forgotten kids that are adults, but they are still young adults that have been turned back over to the system on their own. And what you guys have done is provide not only a place for them to stay and live, but they can work. They have a family environment there. There are other kids there that they can relate to. And now you guys have opened up this new home, and that's for girls?
Yep.
The new one, yeah. And I remember seeing the home before you had it open, before it was yours.
Yeah, it's completely renovated now. The swimming pool is a good
pool.
To go. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are too fancy now.
That's right. Excuse me, if you will. Yeah. No, it's amazing. Cindy, my wife, started this whole thing over 10 years ago. She has a passion for making sure that these kids don't have to go through the same thing that she did.
Yep.
And so, I got roped in from working with Quentin, as you know. And on a side note, he's doing better.
Good.
I'm sure you can pick up on him. Yeah. And so, young girls are in the same situation. When they turn 18, they get booted just the same way that the guys do.
I'm going to tell you, it seems to me it might be a worse situation for girls. With guys, we tend to be able to find work easier and get out there and be tough and live on the streets. And these poor girls, they have to either turn to doing jobs that are something they didn't want to do, or having to hook up with guys that they don't necessarily want to be with in order to be able to survive. So the fact that you guys are looking out for girls and guys, I think, is great.
Well, the girls have to be also concerned about the sex trade.
Yeah,
getting
that's what I'm saying.
nabbed on the street,
nabbed on the street or channeled in through strip clubs and those sort of things. Yeah,
and it's really hard for them to get out. So
yeah,
we're actually going to be working closely with the Sheriff Chronister to do some more things to help battered women as well.
Great.
We're trying to open another facility for them. I know that some of the girls will sometimes they'll put them in a jail cell with the door open and keep them as comforted as possible. But when you've just been beaten, you need something a little bit better than a jail cell.
Nicer than that,
So all that brings us to Dr. Jasper.
Dr. J, how are you?
Dr. J,
I'm doing fine, sir. Doing fine. Great.
Yeah, he reached out to Forgotten Angels in early January about supporting our mission and doing a golf tournament. And so, as much as I love golf, I hate organizing them. So it's great. It's good to have this guy here beside me, running the show and leading the way. And so we're super grateful for him. He's passionate.
Yeah,
he's dedicated. He's hardworking, and he likes us.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would like to support in some way the golf tournament, which does not require me to play golf. I just was a part of the Mike Allstott charity golf event this weekend, of which I played zero golf. Those are my favorite. I live.
You like to drive around in the car.
I love the car.
Yeah.
Love the car. Okay, so what do we have going on?
So on March, well, first of all, Mike, thank you for
happy to have you here. Yeah,
I'm honored to be here representing the Suncoast Scholarship Foundation.
Do me a favor, just talk directly into that microphone. There you go. You're perfect.
So we're really excited to be working along with David and Cindy.
Yep.
And June 19th, one of the largest fundraising opportunity or event for the year. We're going to host a golf tournament at River Hills Country Club. And there we're going to just raise a bunch of money. It's really more than raising money for scholarships, right? It's giving back to the community.
Sure.
And we're going to do that on a day with lots of fun, lots of things for you to do, and you don't have to swing a golf club.
Right.
We'll have music playing and hole-in-one contests and a whole litany of things, a lot of food, and we're gonna actually launch. I didn't tell you this, David. We're gonna launch we're gonna give away jackets. So the winning net. It'll be like the Masters.
Like the Masters? Oh, that's
like
great.
That's
great.
We're bringing some stuff out that we have not done down here, and looking forward to it.
Good. And now if people want to get information about it and they want to be part of it, what's the best way to do it?
Sure. Just go to the Suncoast Scholarship Foundation.org. Everything is there, whether they want to donate, sponsor, or even sign up. There's still some early registration tickets available to the end of the month there. But, the Suncoast Scholarship Foundation.org.
And how long have you done this before? How long?
We used to do it up in New York, not down here. So this is our first time doing it here in Tampa.
Okay.
And really, we realize some solid sponsors already, and a number of golfers who have already signed up. So we're really excited about this opportunity.
Good. And do you have like an opportunity for raffles and other stuff? Because maybe we can donate some stuff from the radio station to try and help that out.
Well, absolutely. We have raffle things that we're a number of things, and I can make those available to you.
Yeah.
So that you can share.
Well,
those.
we can get those at least to the website or some information, just so people know. Because guys like me, I went to this tournament this weekend, and even though I didn't golf, I left there with a nice autographed Tom Cruise poster.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And certainly had a great time being out there. It's not. I'll tell you, I always joke about the golf and not liking it, but it is a great way for people to get together as a community and bond over something that they do like and help to raise money for organizations. And now you guys, how did you guys hook up?
Well, in January, I had reached out to the Osprey Journal
Observer.
Osprey Observer, and I said I'd like to communicate to the public, to the community, that we're going to be hosting this event. And the director called me back and said, "Listen, there's an organization called Forgotten Angels of Florida. I think that would be an ideal place for you to start looking for a community partner." Went over there, and just as you explained it, it's mind blowing.
It's It's weird because you leave there with the sense of sadness that there's these kids out there that need the help, but the fact that there's this wonderful facility that that not only just provides them with what the essentials are, but the love that they're not getting anywhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable. I mean, until you see it, you can't explain it. I spend years now, 15 years, working on college and careers for students, and trying to help first generation students get on their feet and figure out navigate the college system,
great.
and so forth and so on. So our mission and missions of Forgotten Angels of Florida align very well.
I think that's wonderful, and it's great that more people are recognizing Forgotten Angels for what they do, and that the bigger that the more people that get involved, the bigger you guys grow, and the more work you can do. And I think it's great that the girls' facility is open.
Yeah, it is incredible for us to be able to now help young girls that are struggling is huge. Of course, Cindy aged out of foster care, so she has a more of a heart for the girls. And of course, we lost Takiria Adderley.
Yeah,
she was murdered by her half brother.
Crazy.
So the house will be called the Adderley House for Girls at Forgotten Angels, and we are super, super excited about that.
Let me ask you the best thing for people who are listening right now that never heard of you before or want to help in some way. What is the best thing you need? Is it all financial donations? Do you need volunteers? Do you need people to build stuff? Do you need companies to donate stuff? What is the number one thing you guys need the most?
We're no different than any other charity. Financial assistance is always going to be key because the needs are different at different times. You call me on the 28th of December, we're going to need money for mortgage and for things like that. You call me at the first of the month, we need food.
Right.
So any way that somebody wants to support us is super welcome. I've always been told not to do this. Don't give your phone number out on. But every time I do the show, Mike, I get at least 5 or 6 phone calls the second I walk out the door.
Yeah.
From somebody who has a heart for kids or just has a heart for doing something good.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who I'm not that person. When I do good stuff, I want everybody to know that I'm a wonderful human being, and I broadcast it to everyone possible. But there's plenty of people out there who don't like to make a big deal of it, but like to help, whether it's financial or any other way. There's also a lot of restaurants who step up and want to provide food and do some sort of thing. So if the best way for them to reach you is your cell phone, by all means.
Yeah. My phone number is 813-812-0120. Again, it's 813-812-0120. At this time, we're getting pretty close to the golf tournament in June. So if you'd like to play golf and sponsor a hole, be a sponsor of the actual tournament, we would love that. So reach out to me. You can go to the Suncoast Scholarship Foundation website and register there. So there's plenty of ways that they can support the mission. And some of the simple things is, clothing that you don't wear, household goods, plates, dishes. We'll accept anything.
Yeah, and like I said, it's such a I wish that more people can get a chance to go out there and see it, because when you see it, you leave with a different sense of what it is, and then you start to feel like, I'm telling you right now, I've driven away, even after coming there and bringing Christmas gifts, I drive away thinking, what more can I do? You really feel like there's a certain amount of responsibility that everybody should have to do more, especially seeing you and Cindy and how much time and you've given and dedicated your lives to this, and how much of a difference it's made.
Honestly, I'll be 60 in September.
That bothers me that you look so much better than I do, and that you're older than I am. Yeah.
And so, we're looking to wind down a little bit and be able to have more time. But the more times we think about vacation, the more kids seem to come to into our fold. And so, I've been blessed to be a blessing. Honestly, I'm not going to lie about it. I've had an amazing life, and the best way that I know how to honor the people that made me, my parents, is to do the things that they used to do. It's just to give back as much as you can.
Well, I think that's great, and I think that's great that you're doing this. And my family did not go to college. My family were Italian immigrants. Then they were construction workers, and that was the thing. You finished high school and you went into construction work. My generation was the first one that went to college. And, it was a rough start, especially for me. I was in and out of colleges. Unfortunately, I got this job while I was in the middle of it. But now it seems like it's a steady stream of my kids are talking about my son's in college. My daughter's talking about what college she's going to go to. Once it starts off, it creates that generationally, and that's how. So to get the kids in there for the first time is real important.
It is that, Mike. what you'll find is about 30. I think the statistics is 38% of students today do not end up going to college, but they'll go to trade. They'll get a certification, and then they'll start going to work. Right, but there's still a process for that, pathways to career. So we have to figure out what's right for the student. Let's figure out what that's going to look like and help them build the structure around them to get them there.
Well, I think encouraging kids to do more and to grow and to learn is always going to be best, not only for them, but for society in general. So it's great that you're doing this. Give out the website again for the golf tournament, please.
It's the suncoastscholarshipfoundation.org.
And if you want to be a part of it, whether you want to make a donation, whether you want to sponsor a hole, whether you want to donate some stuff that maybe they can raffle off to help raise money, feel free to contact them through the website and do that. Anything else we need to plug to make sure we get everything in?
Yeah, we're gonna do. I know I'm gonna get smacked for this, but we have a dear friend of ours who's running for the honorary mayor of Brandon. And so we're gonna support him with a music festival, 1-day music festival on the property.
Oh, really?
To raise money for him. But 4th of July, obviously, is the 250th anniversary of the United States. Everybody knows, or actually, some people probably don't know that I'm Canadian. But I live very happily under the veil of protection that is afforded us by our United States military. 250th anniversary, we are going to do it big on the property. We want to invite people to come out. It'll be open. It'll be free for people to come and do fireworks, food, and stuff like that.
Great.
On the 4th of July. So if you don't celebrate the 4th of July, you need to this
year.
Or
you didn't have a place to go to. Now you got a party to go to.
2 places.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Wonderful. Gentlemen, it's great having you here today. Thank you for helping out the community in both ways that you do so. And hopefully we can help make this golf tournament huge and raise a bunch of money.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, guys. We got to take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Thank you. Carmen, last night I sneezed 17 times.
In a row?
They were about, after the first 5 or 6, they had about a 6 or 7 second intermediate delay.
But
we were driving back from, I see I have another one coming now. I feel it brewing. We went to, hold on.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm trying to fight it off. We went to Swig yesterday, or Swigs? Swigs, the soda shop? Not Migs.
Migs and Swigs?
Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to Swigs? He disappeared from society.
I think we left him in Germany.
Maybe.
The last time I saw him.
We went to Swigs. Swigs is a soda shop, right?
Yeah.
I guess, how do you describe it? It's a soda shop.
Yeah.
So I went there with my daughter and my son-in-law. And I'm on diet. So can you get anything at Swigs? If you're on a diet?
Water.
Yeah, they have diet.
They do.
And
they
it's
have a lot
zero
of
sugar and
I had I forgot what it was called. My daughter had there was a home wrecker, and that's a burrito.
They have tons of, they're all crazy names on all the drinks.
Well, I had a Captain something. It was a Diet Coke with coconut juice and lime juice. And it was delightful.
Really?
Yes, it was refreshing. It was a nice afternoon little snack. It was low sugar. It was perfect.
We go to Swig all the time.
I don't know if it was low sugar or no sugar, but it was good. It was all diet, and it was fantastic.
The kids love it.
Yeah, I don't really know what I'm getting. I mean, I looked at, there's an orange creamsicle one that looks fantastic.
Yeah, they have some the refreshers I get sometimes, and it's water, or carbonated water. They put different juices in there and stuff. It's pretty good.
I was very impressed.
Very
I enjoyed
refreshing.
The swing, yeah. But on the way back, I sneezed 3 times in a row, then 4 times, then 5 times. Then my daughter goes, all right, no, it's getting embarrassing. I'm sneezing in front of her boyfriend. I can't stop.
Yeah.
From the time that I left Swig to the time I got home, I sneezed 17 times. It's insane.
Is it allergies or?
I would imagine so, because my eyes have been watering. I went to see Saigon Kick, and you would think that Saigon Kick was an emotional band for me. I cried through most of the night. My eyes were pouring tear. I don't know what it was about that theater or what it was going on, but my eyes were just tearing the entire time.
You ever try some Claritin or anything like that?
I haven't, because what happens is it kicks in for 2 days, then it goes away, and then I forget about it, and then all of a sudden it comes back. I need to take some.
Yeah, when I get like that, a little tiny pill, pop in the morning, and you have no problems.
Yeah, I need to work on that, because 17 sneezes in a row is kind of a pain in the ass.
I'm looking at the menu here for Swig. Did you have the Big Al?
No.
Did you have the Save Me Jade?
No.
Did you have the Founder?
The Founder, yeah.
There you go.
That's
The
what I
Founder. Yeah, because it has all the different stuff. So that is a Diet Coke and sugar-free coconut, fresh lime, coconut cream, It says about 20 to 80 calories.
All right, not so bad.
Depending on what size you got, obviously.
Wasn't so bad, and sugar wise, it was good. So
I was gonna say it does look like they have like a bunch of sugar-free options.
Yeah.
If you want, so they have like their revivers, which looks like it's kind of like their energy drinks. They got some good ones.
Basically, it stores a huge ripoff because all it is that it's that Coke machine that you get to pick all the flavors that you want. It just mix it all together, but it makes a nice little presentation.
And then they add a little creamer to it.
Right, exactly. But it makes a nice little presentation, and you get to drive through the drive-through. It's like a little family outing.
The place has always got a line around the corner.
The first one I went was the one in Wesley Chapel, the one by you, and I waited almost a half hour, and that was only because Joey was at hockey or somebody was doing a sport, and I'm like, we're not in a hurry, might as well just wait and try it out. At that point, I was off the rails at a root beer float.
I'm like, this place is making an insane amount of money.
Insane.
Because there's a tiny little place, and they're all teenagers working there, minimum wage.
Right.
And soda costs like nothing.
And they give you I got suckered into a tip option
yesterday.
Course, yeah. Because they give you the thing, the guy goes, all right, you're going to have to answer some questions. And I go, questions? I looked down and said, what tip? Who am I tipping? Who am I tipping? The guy at the it wasn't even the inside people. It was the guy out at the, it met me at the outdoor ordering thing.
I
tipped them.
I tip them too.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're taking
kids.
my order. They're kids, minimum wage. Here's $1.
I got to tell you, birthday girl looks delicious.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, blackberry, raspberry, mango puree with coconut cream.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sweets and treats.
It's right around the corner if you want to go all the way home.
Yeah. There's two.
Never even seen it. No idea.
They just opened the last couple months.
I haven't been there. I haven't been to Jeremiah's. I don't.
Don't go to Jeremiah's because you'll be addicted.
This
See, I'm not a fan.
Jeremiah's is open here now too, right by a Texas Roadhouse across the street.
Oh,
yes.
Frozen hot chocolate they have over there.
Yeah. Listen, Dairy Queen has a frozen hot chocolate, so I like to try other places. I feel like I have to go there and try this one now in a couple months.
Jeremiah's is so good.
I'm pushing it out of my
And
mind.
it's right
Pushing it out
here
of my
now.
mind. Yeah.
There's the one in Carrollwood. Now there's one right there on Gun Highway and 54.
I also haven't been to Texas Roadhouse in some time. So,
Carmen, they're pretty smart because they go, hey, you want some pretzel bites? You want them as like a snack or do you want them as a dessert?
Yeah.
Because they give you either the white cheddar where you can dip it in there or they give you strawberry cream cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I get both.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
No one's shocked.
Sweet and savory.
Yeah. All right.
800-771-1025 with the phone number. Did you see Pete Davidson, your hero, Galvin, has gotten his tattoos removed?
Oh, really?
Do you know how much that cost?
I would imagine a lot because he had a lot of tattoos.
Like what?
25, 30 grand?
Would be a lot of money to spend.
Probably
to get
more
your
than that?
tattoos removed. A little bit more.
But he had a lot of tattoos.
Remember, didn't he have the Ariana Grande tattoo?
You're making me think now like 100 grand.
I mean, that would be a lot to spend
50.
on tattoos.
200,000?
That's what he spent to get his tattoos removed.
200,000.
Now,
What a dummy.
would you remove any of your tattoos?
No.
Me either. I don't even mind having the grinder tattoo on my arm because it's cool when Steve-O is next to you. It's not cool when Steve-O is not next to you.
But also, who's noticing that besides guys that are on Grindr? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a lot of people are noticing that tattoo. 'cause
Guys
you have a
on
sleeve.
Grindr have been
Right.
recognized.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I
Guys that are on Grindr
Yeah.
see it and they go, oh, I know it immediately.
But it's also by Steve-O's choice in such a prominent area that every picture I take, it's the one that shines through the most.
Yeah.
On all of them. Yeah. So this weekend, I ran into Charlie Belcher's daughter, and in the most respectful way, I would like to say she grew up to be a beautiful, lovely young lady. Is that okay? Without you guys
that
jumping
works.
all over me?
That
Thank
works.
you.
That doesn't sound respectful.
Shut up. So
You're implying something.
yeah, she looks beautiful now, but she looked like a woman, and I didn't recognize her. She scared the hell out of me because she was a little kid last time I saw her. But anyway, she had a couple of tattoos, and we were doing the tattoo tour. We were going over what each tattoo meant, and I always just go like this, and I skip over the grinder one. And my son was like, "You know what that is? You know what that is right there?" Or whoever that was, Pete. Somebody was pointing it out.
What about the matching tattoos you and Spanish got?
It's not just me in Spanish. It's me, Spanish, Joe, Josh, Tom. Who else, Joe?
Super cool group.
That's right. It's me and my homies.
I think that's pretty much it. Because
Yeah.
Gio was there that night and he refused to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, no, thank you. And Josh is like yelling, "I'm gonna kick your ass. You don't get." I'm like, all right, cool.
And what did you guys all get? A little alien?
A little alien head.
head.
Yeah. When you
Oliveros-
have a full sleeve of tattoos, you could put on whatever you want.
Right.
It doesn't really matter.
Olivero said he was going to get it. He's like, no, I'll
He
get it
didn't.
next time. Didn't
Yeah,
get it.
that's
Yeah.
fine. He's
Yeah.
not part of the group.
Joe's his first tattoo is the
That's right.
Spanish tattoo.
By the way, you know
First
Spanish
one.
doesn't have his tattoo anymore. He's not in the group. We had to have it. He had to have it covered.
Oh, I'm sure
You took it off?
If we see him and it's not turned off, you know what
been
they do?
revoked.
We burn it.
Wait.
In Sons of Anarchy, if you don't take off your patch on your back and we see it, then we get to blow it off with a blowtorch.
That's your only tattoo, Joe, is the Spanish tattoo.
I wish you wouldn't call it that, but yes, it is. It's an alien
that's what it
tattoo.
is.
Jerk off.
They call it the cool group of guys.
Cool
tattoo.
group, yeah.
Cool guys.
Cool guys only. Joe, let's go get more tattoos.
I'm in.